Hey, what's going on, everybody? So welcome to Unquestionably Raw. So this week we have our usual panel. We've got Gonzo, Kristen, Matt, Byron, and myself. And we've got a special guest here on the show, Mr. Aveon Foster, who is a upcoming R&B singer-songwriter. And so we're going to talk about 90s and early 2000s R&B music. Avion's going to grace us with his musical talent. He's going to sing a bunch of 90s and early 2000s R&B hits. He's going to do little snippets, and then at the end, he's going to perform his latest single for you. So stay tuned and join us for the ride to come. So Avion, to you, man, I want you to kind of share with the audience how you got into music, just kind of what inspired you at a young age, and kind of what you're up to now.
You know, I think all the musical things that has ever happened to me was very genetic. You know, I found out later that my grandfather used to play behind Etta James. I didn't know that until I was this age. I'm 23. I didn't know that at all. I didn't know that my grandmother played piano and sung, you know, professionally. I never knew this stuff, you know, because I was raised by my grandmother on my mom's side, and I was just a musical child and never knew the background behind it, you know. So to find out all these things later, it matches up to what, you know, what's been going on. It always started out with R&B with me. My mom was my first fan. You know, I always sung the songs in front of her. You know, but I never knew what I was singing because I was young. I didn't know the lyrics or whatever what the lyrics meant.
Right.
Right. And she's the one who really validated me as a singer, and wrote my first song, and then she was there when I did my first EP, you know. So, you know, a lot of kudos go to her because she gave me my first real feedback on everything, and ever since then I just been going harder as an artist. I never stopped, never gave up or nothing like that, you know. So here I am today. I've did audition for multiple TV shows. I've done a lot of records, sung on a lot of rappers' songs. I've did a lot of hooks. I've done a lot of collaborations. Had lots of record deal offers, but they just wasn't good enough, you know, for me at the time. So this is me, Aveon Foster. You know, live, brand. It's all good.
Okay, Avion, because I know you touched on this right before we went live. So you talk about singing to your mom, and you didn't know kind of the lyrics you were singing. I want you to tell the people what song in particular you sung, and give us a little snippet of that to get us started.
Okay. When I heard this song, "Meeting in My Bedroom" by Silk, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so melodic. Oh my God, this song is so great. You know, so I was like, I wonder if I could sing the record just like it. So I practiced to myself, and I said, okay, cool, I think I can do it. So I told my mom, I said, Mom, I can sing. And she said, you can't sing. I said, yes, I can. I said, I really can sing. So she said, all right, sing for me. So I turned on the song, "Eating in My Bedroom," and I went like this. I was like, looking in my Rolex, girl, I see it's almost time. I hope you're getting ready, girl, and don't forget the wine. Tonight it's just for you and I, and it's gonna be so fly. Ooh, I like having you around, so I gotta put you down. So be there or be square. There's a meeting in my bedroom. How? So girl, please don't be late. There's a meeting in my bedroom. So please don't make me wait. There's a meeting in my bedroom. You know, and she was like, wow.
Nice.
You have to tell me how old
Kristen will be right back, y'all.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Hey, nice, man.
You have to say how old you were too, because
at 9 years old, you said, "Wait, I'm sorry."
Yeah, 9. You got it. That's what I was.
You were 9 years old when you sang this for your mom. Now, my question is, what did you think that meeting in the bedroom was?
No kidding.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't forget the wine.
I didn't know what wine was. I didn't know what a Rolex was. I didn't know any of that stuff was.
That is awesome.
I was saying the exact words that the guy on the record was singing. And, you know, just like his, because I had no clue what none of that stuff was. Meeting in my bedroom, I had no clue.
You didn't know what a bedroom was. You got that down.
You know, I got a story.
Hey,
about
Byron, was that? Hey, real quick, Byron, was that our junior or senior year?
I don't want to tell that, man.
Oh man.
I just
It was released in 1999.
That's all I need to know, that I was in high school. And my memory from that was, there was this girl. She actually dated somebody we had on the show before, Carlos. She was like one of the baddest chicks at school.
Is this the one? Hey, you know? Oh, never. I think we never said that. So go ahead, Byron. I'm not gonna go there.
Matt, even though that was his teammate's girl, Matt wanted her too. Everybody know. We all shot a shot.
Throwing me out there.
Carlos is the only one who switched me. Anyways.
Hey, real talk. I never shot the shot though because it was off limits, so I didn't take the shot.
Well, I took the shot and I fell. Anyways, I'm in the cafeteria. Man. I'm walking past the cafeteria one day, and we have like these pillars, and I see her. Her name is Candy, and she was singing that song, meeting in my bedroom, right? And I just remember seeing her. I was like, dang, she fine. Oh, it's a meeting in your bedroom, right? And I was walking, but I wasn't looking where I was going, and I walked into a pillar, like as she was singing that song.
From there.
And I tried to play it off. I like grabbed it, like I was hugging, and I pulled one of these like this, and I tried to just play it off and walk around.
Smooth.
That song took me back. Man. I love that song. I love your rendition. Awesome, man.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was excellent. Yeah, real.
So we kicked it off with some Silk. Matt, I'm gonna go to you. So what is a with starting with the early, I guess,
early 90s.
Early 90s. What's an artist to you?
I'm gonna
or you like the song or whatever.
I'm gonna go with an artist here from I don't even think it was his first album. I want to say it was probably his second album when this came out, but it was our junior year. Byron, you remember this, man? I gotta go with one of my favorites. I gotta go with Donnell Jones.
That is not early 90s. I was not in high school.
Donnell Jones.
I gotta go with Donnell Jones. That was one of my favorite artists.
Jones song? You got any favorites?
Man, there is actually a ton.
You gonna go with the early Stevie Wonder cover, or are you gonna go later?
I'm going with his which one am I gonna go with? I want to say I'm going with that Where I Want to Be album, and he just had so many.
You know what's up?
That Shorty Got Her Eyes on You. You know what's up? Just the whole album though, man. And obviously not all of them were singles. So not if you're not a Donnell Jones fan, you probably be like, who is this? What are these songs? But that was one of my favorite albums from the 90s.
You ain't watching this podcast if you don't know who Donnell Jones is. If you're an R&B fan,
and I want to segue. I know we're talking early 90s, and I'm going to throw out for the mid 2000s. It was really 2005, so it wouldn't count. Was it 05, Byron, or 06? When he put Journey of the Gemini out.
Oh
my gosh.
That was better than Where I Want to Be.
No.
Man, that album was amazing. That album was amazing.
Yeah, because he had a lot of there was quite a bit of if you're a Bobby Valentino fan, you know about Tim and Bob. A lot of Tim and Bob production on that Journey of a Gemini.
Wait a minute. Tim and Bob produced on Boyz II Men's 2 albums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been around for a while, but that's when they their style, and that style fit Donnell Jones. I mean, Chicago.
Yes.
Yep.
Real quick, I want to name one. I want to give the song though that really was Byron who put me onto it. The name of the song is "I'm Gonna Be" from Journey of a Gemini.
Okay.
That's the one that Byron had the album before I did, and he's like, and he knew I was he was like, you got to go pick it up, Matt. And that's the song he was telling me about.
2004, 2005, somewhere.
I think it was. I think it was 05. It was 05.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that's not part of it, but I had to throw that out there because it's close.
let me go to Gonzo. Gonzo, what you got, man? Just a memory of a artist, group, whatever you got from early '90s.
Early '90s, man. Probably '91. I'm gonna say Jodeci. Jodeci, Forever My Lady album, man. They had a lot of good songs in the man. Forever My Lady, Stay, Come and Talk to Me. And then I like their I think their following album, if I'm not mistaken, Diary of a Madman. I think they had Phoenix on there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Jodeci, man. Jodeci was real hot in the early '90s, man. Like I was young. I mean, and my mom, I kind of grew up in a Christian home, so my mom didn't really allow too much secular music. I was sneaking. I was sneaking, listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. What all right, so Byron, what you got, man? Just throw an artist out there to get us.
I got a list because I'm a fan of the '90s because in the '90s, where the music business was in a different place then, so there was more money because you didn't have a lot of piracy. So you had a lot of like real obscure groups come out, and they might have had one solid hit, and you didn't too much hear from them again. But I mean, like there was so many like R&B singles that were amazing. So I wrote a list of some of mine that just stick out.
Give us one or two to start with.
That are slept on, and I'm going to choose two right now.
Okay.
Just that you can't think of the '90s without these songs. One is Shy's "If I Ever Fall in Love."
Oh.
That's mine.
Come on, man.
You took one from Kristen.
That song is amazing. And then my other one, another one that was this artist is very, 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 very slept on. It's Eric Benet.
Wow, he's stepped on. Yeah.
His first single, well, I mean, because anybody who divorces Halle Berry, you kind of dismiss him like, really? But you had a chance and you blew it. But anyways, he had a song come out in '97 called Femininity, and that is one of the
very good song
of the '90s. And I think that he didn't get the credit he deserved. But you put any of them two songs on, I'm gonna give you the rest of my list of singles. But you put any of them two songs on, a child will be conceived.
Okay. Aveon, I know we talked a little bit about maybe throwing some Shy in there. Do you wanna throw it out there for us?
Oh yeah, we can handle it. And if I ever fall in love again, I will be sure that the lady's just a friend. And if I ever fall in love again, I will be sure that the lady's just like you. Oh! Yeah,
nice.
That's great.
Hey, that boy cold. He cold. I ain't gonna lie, he raw.
Yeah, he's a bad boy.
Oh yeah. And for everybody that's watching, this is live and this is acapella acoustic. So this is Aveon raw, real. I mean, he's throwing it down.
He got talent.
Yo, Pete, I gotta share this real quick, man. About 2 months ago, I don't know what I ate before I went to bed, but I had a dream. I was on the bus, and then we just started singing that song, and it was me and a bunch of I didn't know the passengers, but we all started singing that song, "If I Ever Fall in Love Again," and we broke it down into harmonies, man. It was bomb. And then after on the bus stop, we just left. Yeah, all right, y'all, that was fun.
I never had any dreams like that. I always have bad dreams.
You just have nightmares, huh?
I do. A little bit, actually.
Hey, so Kristen, so that was one of yours. Can you give me another? Can you give me
was a solid
one
right there. Early '90s. I was a big fan of like SWV.
Yeah. Okay. They were cool too.
I was in Catholic school. Mike, he can, or Matt can verify this too because we had our dances. Well, 7th grade. Yeah, you were in 7th grade. And you had to leave room for Jesus right between us. So they would play.
Whoa. So
I went to Catholic school one year.
So
Yeah,
I was very
the real question the audience wants
You
to know.
weren't a fan either.
The real question the audience wants to know here, Matt, were you dancing with Kristen?
No.
No.
Oh,
I was a
man.
big no. I was.
Hey,
I'm
Matt,
gonna. And
why
here's the thing. I was a very big loser then. Got made fun of all the time.
Then
I got made fun of more. This
Hey,
was
come
my
to find
1
out,
year.
This is how this all started was because he sent me a message saying,
Yeah.
you were nice to me in school back then.
Yeah.
It's like,
She was one of the few that was
That's
actually
nice.
nice to me in return.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome.
One of the
I
few.
just- But yeah,
She can attest.
no,
They were very mean to us.
they were just assholes. We had a lot of assholes in our grade,
Mhm.
and everybody got their fair share.
Wow.
You stay with the same 60 kids for 8 years in a row.
I was fortunate enough that I only had to do it for a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bragger.
So no love, no like early little love
No.
or nothing there.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
because
Well-
Matt didn't know how to. If he knew how to sing, he could have probably sealed the deal with 7th
I'm
grade.
about to say he had to have been there and like.
Hey,
get
you
the
calling
voice
me
in
easy?
or something.
Damn.
It's gonna take a lot more than wooing me with your voice.
Wow. Oh.
This conversation can go south real fast.
Yeah.
Hey, Aveon, I told you we can go on. We can get off subject real quick here.
Oh, boy.
But we give the people. Hey, but Pete, what do we do? We give the people what we give the people what they want.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with your self-esteem.
No.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just like I said, I was a loser in 7th grade. I was a loser in high school.
You were just quiet. Period.
Byron will tell you I was a loser in high school.
Nah, you were actually really popular, man. You know
By
what I mean?
default. By default.
By
No,
default.
but
By
like,
default.
When you came, mind you, I went there all 4 years, and when you got there, you knew a lot of people that I knew, and then a lot of girls were like they knew you.
Byron. That's because I was the only white dude on
You're
the
a ball
basketball
player,
team
right?
base.
Yeah.
I was one of like 2 white dudes in the entire basketball program. I stuck out like a sore thumb.
I ain't gonna hate on the whole basketball angle.
But
I was
look,
popular by
My
default.
brother went to Hastings, and he was one of the only white guys on the football team. So
nah, but
Like,
see, Matt,
made him a little
knew all the girls. Matt knew he knew like them classy girls. Then he knew like them real ghetto.
I knew the
ones.
hood rat. I knew the hood rats. Yeah, I knew them all.
He knew the Stephanies, the Tiffany's. Then he knew the Taishas and the Renee and the you know what I'm saying, LaKersha and all that. I'm like, man.
Hey, just so everybody knows, Byron, let's let them know that we went to school on the southwest side of Houston. The SWAT.
Oh, wow.
Let's give a shout out to the SWAT.
That was a good side, right? The southwest side, wasn't that a good side of it?
that's Sharpstown.
That wasn't exactly a good side when we were there.
Yeah, it's all right. It was cool back then, but now
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's gotten worse.
I
So, Kristen, tell us about the dance before we get too far. Like,
Right.
SWB.
let's see. No, I was just hitting on some songs they played. Let's see. R. Kelly was a good, solid favorite for me.
And he would have totally dated you in 7th grade.
He would have. You are correct. Yeah. Yeah. I was the appropriate age for him.
You know any R. Kelly favorites there, Kristen?
R. Kelly favorites? Little Bump and Grind. A little later down the road, I'm a big fan of Ignition.
Okay.
That was one of my favorites. But yeah, I got his album when I was in, I think it was 6th or 7th grade. I was,
12 play?
Huh?
Did you get
Was it
12 play?
It had to have been 12 play because that was
Yeah.
because his second
That's
one
what I
didn't
was
come out
thinking
until we were
based on the age
until
range that had to be.
because we would have been in 8th grade when his second one came out.
Yeah.
We're down low on it.
Boy, I played the hell out that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dope album.
And
Real quick.
that and DeBrat, two albums I got at one time, and somehow my mom found out, and they were immediately confiscated.
Oh.
And I think that she thought that I was really interested in sex or something, because she goes, every single song is about making love.
Hey, so she not only confiscated,
You
she
know.
broke it down and put it in the car so she can listen to it.
Yes.
Get her bump and grind on.
Give me that.
He's like, me and your father are gonna take this and
She got her
block
skill.
So I gotta say
Things that
something.
day, I'm sure.
I want to jump in here about R. Kelly because this is a song that Byron and I both like, and you could also say hip hop. You know, on his double album, Byron, a track with Jay-Z, and I believe was Cameron on that track.
It was Jay-Z, Cameron, Noriega.
Yes. Yes. To me, probably the best track on that album too, which was a good album.
Okay. I personally like, you know, the obviously 12 play the most, and kind of with that, Aveon, I'm segueing to you because it's one of the songs that we talked about beforehand. So go ahead and break everybody off with a little R. Kelly.
I don't know which one.
Do you know Body's Calling? Body's Calling?
Yeah, there you go. Your body's calling if you want it.
Calling, here I come, baby, save you. Oh, baby, no more stalling. These hands have been longing to touch you, baby. And now that you've come around, seeing in my way, you won't regret it, babe. And you surely won't forget it, baby. It's unbelievable. Your body's calling for me. I can just hear it calling for me. My body's calling for you. I can hear your body, my body's calling for you. Your body's calling for you. I can hear your body's calling for me. And you know, when I do my performances, I do a melody with that song and my song, because the chord structure is the same with
Right.
breakfast in the morning. It goes hand in hand with that song. So it's a great that Body's Calling is a great song to introduce my song along when I'm doing my performances. Yeah, I do performance every Wednesday at a open mic place, and it's really nice to hear my song, you know, transition from that song. It's really nice.
Hey,
Nice.
let me ask you this.
job.
I'm a big fan of the singer-songwriter, and I'm glad we brought up R. Kelly. Of course, you know, people joke about him a lot, but that doesn't negate or take away anything from the talent that he has. What I want to ask you is this, you know, playing piano, being a musician, I was early on a classically trained drummer, and then started teaching myself keyboards, and I still take lessons to this day. What I want to know now is, did you go and take lessons to learn piano, or is it something that you just innately inherited from, like, you know, like you said, genetically? Did you, like, at what age did you start playing piano?
You know, I started fiddling around with it when I was like 13, 14, you know, but because this has always, you know, like I said, you know, always been genetically in me to do it. You know, I've always been attracted to a piano. But when I was in a chorus group in high school, a cappella chorus, and my teacher, man, he's classically trained, and whenever we would do our warm ups, we would do the da 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 go up in modulations like that, and I'd be like, how in the world do you do that on the piano? Because he would do it real fast, da 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 da. He would go like, I was like, man, I always wish I could do that. And one day he taught me how to do the modulations on the piano, and he gave me some other exercises, and I was like 15 at the time, and after that, I just been practicing, you know, ever since since then. I would just practice songs and practice, and you know, eventually I got good enough to where I could perform on stage and not be embarrassed.
Right. So, cause see, like when I play, it's more for, like, you know, composing purposes. So, how long was it till you learned how to play by ear and you could play anything? Because I think that's important, because in being in LA, I meet a lot of singers and they have nice voices, but they're not, their ears aren't always trained and they don't always sing on key. And I like the singer, songwriter, musician, because when you can play an instrument, you'll know when you're off and when you're on, because obviously the pitches that you sing won't match the keyboard. How long was it before your ear was trained? Because that falsetto you have is amazing. How long was it before you were able to play anything by ear? Because that's something that I think it's I wouldn't say it's a dying art, but people don't
Yeah,
appreciate.
no, I think it's good. Dying art for sure.
Let me tell you, I don't know if y'all can tell right now. I don't have my contacts in right now because I'm just getting in. I've been squinting because I don't have my glasses on, and I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of people don't know this. When you are impaired visually or audibly, when you're impaired anywhere, it'll make your other senses heightened. So the fact that I can't see, my and I really have a hard time seeing, like, seriously. I got astigmatism in both eyes, so my hearing is like 1,000%. So when it comes to playing things by ear, it's very easy to pick up on note. I know when I hear a C, I know when I hear an F, I know when I hear a G, I know when I hear a C major 7. I know when I hear those things. So it's kind of I think just by that nature, it became easy.
So you're probably perfect pitch then if you can hear the individual notes.
Yeah. I think it's perfect pitch. 'Cause I noticed my counterpart Brian McKnight. I know he has perfect pitch. So
yeah. And it's rare. Brian McKnight has it. Luther Vandross had it. Mariah Carey has it. Michael Jackson had it.
You're dead on the heightened senses for like all my brothers and sisters are deaf, and I sang country music for years. So, like that's how I learned to hear pitch and all that stuff was back when tapes. I'm dating myself right now, but back when we had tapes and press play and rewind and all that stuff, there was no lyrics, and they would never print them in in the cover. I just went blank on the name of them, but the covers that they had on the back, so I had to write out all the lyrics for my sister because they could feel the vibration and they could, kind of make out the music. But so over time, just play and pause and play and pause, you just develop an ear naturally.
Right.
It's pretty fascinating to me, I think. But yeah, perfect pitch, great.
Aveon, I want to, because Byron brought up Brian McKnight, and it's a good segue. Not quite yet to sing another song, but I want to ask you, because what went viral was your video of this guy sounds like Brian McKnight, and basically it's you going into a office full of ladies and serenading one of them. So can you give us a little bit of the backstory on that and kind of how that came about?
Yeah, I was in a barbershop one time, and I sung in front of my barber, and the whole barbershop heard it, man. And there was this barber. He was every time I go in there, he always have somebody for me. He always says, "Man, I got somebody for you to sing for their wife, or sing for this person, sing for this photographer, sing for this news reporter, sing for this judge." He always got something for me. So one of his clients, he had called me out the blue one day and said, "Hey, man, I'm having a little trouble, in my relationship or whatever." And I figured if I sent my wife some flowers, it'll make her day. But I told myself I was gonna do something different. I was gonna send you, the serenader. So I said, okay, cool, let's do that. So he sent me to her office, and he gave me her name and all that, and I said I'm gonna record it because I want to make sure, this right here lasts a lifetime. So that's what I did in there. And I serenaded to the best of my ability, and it paid off for him. I know it did that night. I know it did.
It might have paid off that day. She might have called. She'd be like, "You know what? I gotta go home."
Is that your first baby making moment? Baby making music moment?
And it paid off for you for sure, because that video went viral, and I'm doing my damn best to get Brian McKnight to see that. So, because you did it justice for sure.
Most definitely. You know what? And I what I think about when I go back and listen to it, I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, "Oh my gosh, he was in the wrong key." Because I was in the wrong key. I did not. As much as I listened to it over and over again, I sang it in the wrong key. I can't sing it in the correct key, the original key that it's in. But at the spur of the moment, I dropped it down a key, and that's the first thing I know that he will notice when he hears it.
Right. Do you want to?
That's what makes it different too, I think.
before we get into going back through the panel, because I'm going to go back through and we're going to cover some more songs and artists that we all really enjoyed. Do you want to kind of highlight just a little bit of the medley of Never Felt This Way and Still in Love, the two songs that you did on that video, just a small little snippet of each?
Yeah, I got you. There will never come a day you never hear me say that I want and need to be without you. Baby, just hold me, simply control me, 'cause your arms keep away the lonely. When I look into your eyes, then I realize that all I need is you in my life. All I need is you in my life. 'Cause I never felt this way about love. Never felt this way about love, and it feels so good.
Wow.
I think I must be dreaming that you are here with me. I must have died and gone to heaven, and it's all that I hoped it would be. When the eagles forget how to fly, and the sun is and when violets turn red and roses turn blue, I'll be still in love.
Nice.
That's great.
Nice.
Brian McKnight is hands down my favorite R&B artist, definitely of the modern era. Still in Love is one of my top 5 Brian McKnight songs. And so,
One Last Cry. That was
One Last Cry is actually, I would say probably
just heart-wrenching.
But it fluctuates. Anybody else big Brian McKnight fans? Any songs that anybody else likes that kind of out of his catalog, so to speak?
I was gonna throw this out there. It's gonna be kind of out there, you know, for all our seasonal people, our Christmas people, the Boys to Men, Brian McKnight, to Let It Snow.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on.
Shout out to the Fresh Prince episode where Boys to Men
absolutely
came on.
I got 2 Brian McKnight songs. The one is that You Should Be Mine, and I remember because
that's a good one.
I think that was his new deal with Motown or something, and they were trying to make him more mainstream because he had a following, but that album had Anytime on it, and
it was Anytime, and then basically Hold Me was another one that was real big, that went big.
And I remember Mace being in that video for To Be Mine. I was like, I see what they're trying to do. And then he came with another song God dog, where he says like the irreplaceable
My Life. That was on the superhero album.
Oh man, so you play that song, somebody get married, man.
Yeah,
and you know what? When that song that you sang that Never Felt This Way, I always remember that his appearance on Martin back in the mid-90s when Martin proposed to Gina.
Damn, Gina.
Are you happy now, baby? Oh, Gina.
Damn, Gina.
So, Byron, I'm actually curious now. Because you mentioned this album and this track with Mace. Did you like that track?
Yeah, I mean, I like that song because it wasn't that ballad Brian McKnight that like we were accustomed to, but I liked it because it was hip, and I even as a 15-year-old kid, I understood that. I was like, I see what they're doing, but I didn't know if it was gonna work. You know, because to me, Mace was kind of back then. Mace was a little corny to me
because this is around, but you have to remember this is around the time Puff was taking over the world.
This was 1997 when Anytime came out.
Right, and so it was. So if Biggie had been alive, it would have been Brian McKnight like Biggie Smalls. But then when Anytime came out, because that around the same time.
That was what, 97?
97, yeah.
97.
Yeah.
When I came out, and that All My Life by Casey and JoJo, and I know that.
Yes.
Those acts were trying because Jodeci was a very, very in the early 90s. Because you gotta remember, you know, not to make it like a race thing, but like the vast majority, like white America and myself included, because I played guitar at the time, was listening to Nirvana when Jodeci and Mary J. Blige came out. Nirvana and Pearl Jam were and Red Hot Chili Peppers
and Green Day. Green Day?
Yeah. 94,
Green Day was a little later on, but I'm talking like 91.
Green Day was 94.
Okay, yeah.
Those three bands were like, they were killing it. And at the time, my sister she could only get AM radio in the car she had. So I could only hear like Boyz II Men and Jodeci in my mom's car. And, you know, so I was listening to the Chili Peppers too. But I knew, and I loved it. And I still to this day love Nirvana. Like, I got that.
Byron will tell you one of his all-time favorite albums is by Nirvana.
It's Nevermind. That's one of my, but what ended up happening was I knew that, like, you know what I mean, and my school was mixed, my elementary school, so like, you know, my white friends listened to like Chili Peppers and I, you know, I was jamming it with them. But then, you know, like the black kids were listening to like Jodeci and, you know, and Brian McKnight was coming out in that era. But when All My Life came out and when Brian McKnight's Anytime came out, I saw that the labels were trying to expand them and not have them be looked at as black artists, but like more universal. And Anytime was the record that Brian McKnight, to where it was like, all right, we're gonna go back now and buy his whole catalog because he's such a incredible vocalist. You know what I mean?
And the crazy thing is with Anytime, it was not officially released as a single right off the bat because You Should Be Mine, of course, was the lead single with Mace. The only one for me went viral because of Sister Sister episode.
Right.
And then you had the Hold Me remix because it had Kobe Bryant. Then Anytime came back around.
That was the album that had that was the album that featured on the video, the remix. We got the verse from Kobe.
Right. And then last Anytime went big and it hit I think like number 6 or 7 or something like that. But that kind of got his career going because before that, Brian McKnight was known, obviously, as the balladeer, so to speak. You know, you had Love Is with Vanessa Williams. You had One Last Cry, of course, After the Love.
I forgot about that one.
Still in Love, Every Beat of My Heart. Like, all of those songs were...
Oh, wait, Pete, what did you say? The duet he had with Vanessa Williams?
Yeah.
Love Conquers All or something?
Love Is.
Love Is, yeah.
Oh, my God. And
That's
I'm
a great song.
proud of Vanessa Williams because one of the best songs of the 90s is Save the Best for Last.
Yeah.
I promise God is my judge. I wanted to marry.
Are you still? And this is why Byron does not like Rick Fox.
He took my woman. Woman. At 11 years old.
Shout out real quick. Shout out to 12 Kyle who was on I can't remember who the podcast was with, but they talked about the 90s, basically your Rushmore of 90s women. So
yeah, that's
needless to say, Vanessa Williams would be on Byron's Rushmore.
No, she wouldn't.
Oh, what?
She'd be on my. She to me, I looked at her as like she was like the woman before Halle Berry. Yeah, before Halle Berry got popular, it was all about Vanessa Williams.
It probably helped that she posed naked too, and that's why she got her crown taken away.
I mean,
you know, that's convincing.
I didn't see that.
She's a great singer. She's a great singer naked. I mean,
naked.
But I could give you my 90s Mount Rushmore though, if you like. You know.
We'll save that. We'll save that for later because it's going to segue into something that we won't come back from.
Yeah. I want to throw another artist out there that we've not talked about. That I think all of us. What about John B?
Ooh.
John B. Cool, relax. Cool Relax.
Cool Relax, one of the best albums of the 90s, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Not a track on there you
absolutely.
skip.
And
Yes.
by the way, that boy sing way better than Robin Thicke. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I like Robin
What
Thicke,
happened
but
to him?
I mean, basically Robin Thicke, to be honest, is more of a writer-producer. For those that don't know, going back to Brian McKnight, on Brian McKnight's second album, he wrote Anyway, track number 5. He co-wrote that with Brian McKnight.
Uh-huh.
So,
And Robin Thicke's dad was on the Growing Pains.
Alan yeah.
yeah, unfortunately.
And he married what, Paula Patton, right?
Yeah, and then they got divorced because he cheated on her. Now he's with
Yeah, what
somebody
a dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He's
One of the smartest moves.
stupid hot.
Him and Eric Benet.
Hey, I
No,
gotta
Benet's
say,
got
I don't mean to go at you, man, but look, man, you had David Justice, Eric Benet, all these dudes, man. At what point do we have to blame Halle Berry for maybe she might be crazy?
Thank you.
Just maybe she's crazy. I'm just saying.
Sex addict, right? Didn't he go into like Sex
David
Addicts
Justice
Anonymous
did,
or
yeah.
something? Eric Benet. No, I thought it was Eric Benet.
David
Straight
Justice
up,
is the
out in
domestic
the
violence.
open, sex addict.
Yeah.
She can.
Oh yeah, right, true. That's good point. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all got some good points, man. Y'all.
We got a lot of.
Hey, we don't play on the show, man. We
that's
come
right.
from all angles.
Everything.
Back to R&B though. We haven't hit on any females, so I figured.
Okay,
I'd throw this
yeah,
out
go.
there.
Go ahead, yeah, go ahead. You would be the
I got a few
perfect.
solid
Make it good, girl. Make it good.
Shit, no pressure or anything.
I know,
Just
right?
kidding. I got 3. So my favorites, and they're probably somewhat commercial, but like around the time Boomerang came out, big fan. Tony Braxton was I was a huge fan of Tony Braxton. En Vogue was a big.
Oh, gone, girl.
En Vogue.
Gone, girl.
Favorite group, and Whitney Houston, hands down, my favorite.
Oh,
vocalist
yeah.
of all time.
Absolutely.
Nobody touches her. And Mary J. Blige, I wanted to throw that out there too.
Okay.
Early 90s. But yeah, those are my solid female favorites. And I'm sure that through this I'll get, oh yeah, I forgot about them. So there's some really
I don't
good
think anybody
vocals.
can forget about. I mean, I don't think anybody on that list really you could forget about, to be honest.
What was the first one you said, Chris? I didn't hear that.
Tony Braxton.
Yeah,
I should have brought you home.
You mean the world to me?
You mean, yeah, Breathe. That was a great one. I love Breathe.
Yeah.
Or The Maze. She's in the maze or
Unbreak
whatever,
My
the
Heart.
field. And
Yeah, I was gonna say Unbreak My Heart's her
97.
biggest.
Look,
He wasn't man enough, but that was like late
He wasn't, yeah.
90s, early 2000s.
Or Salt and Pepper.
My heart
and,
wasn't even broke, and she unbroke it. That's how good she sang that song.
That's right.
Nice.
I remember
Gonzo,
Candy Rain.
I haven't heard any artists from you in a little bit. What are some artists that you want to throw out there? If you got any stories, you can throw them out there too. Just saying.
Man, some artists.
Or some group, whatever you got.
Okay, Luther Vandross. I've always loved Luther. I
Okay.
like Prince. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Oh man, don't talk to Byron about Prince.
I love
Byron
Prince.
loves Prince.
Prince has some really, really nice tracks, man. Like Diamonds and Pearls. That's one of my favorite. I love that.
Nice.
I like speaking of groups, I like a group that's maybe like they're like early 2000. It was a group and they had one song, and I think this song right here was my son was conceived from this song. It's called Prophet Jones Lifetime.
Yeah.
I like
Their
that
biggest
song.
hit that they had.
Yeah, that was the biggest hit they had, but that was real nice. I like who else do I like? I'm gonna tell you somebody else I like. I like H-Town, man. Not Boots.
Somebody didn't. Actually, I forgot about that one.
2 days.
Down, looking up and down, like
We had a great conversation on the phone, man. He was giving me a lot of insight on things. Yeah, they about to go back on tour. He about to get back on tour in about 6 months.
oh, for real?
Nice.
They're going back on tour. Yeah. I can't wait to see that.
I'm gonna tell you another group. I'm gonna tell you one more group, PD. It's the group. They sang this song. They sing the song. She's playing hard to get.
High five.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Man, High Five was cold. Like High Five had songs. High Five had songs on their CD that they never got airplay. Like Ragdoll, that was good. What other songs did they have?
So in Love and Kissing Game.
Yeah, like these.
So in love. Yeah, that's right.
High Five was cold. Man, like man, I'm gonna tell you another from when I was a child to a few more groups. I liked it. It was kiddie-ish, but I liked it because I was a kid at the time. Another Bad Creation. I liked it. Another Bad Creation back then.
Yeah, not too bad. Nice.
They were good.
You know,
Some underrated artists that people may or may not know that are watching.
Oh, one last group, and I got no.
Yeah.
I don't hog it. It's a group that Bobby Valentino came from called Mister, M-I-S-T.
Yeah.
They sing.
Yeah. Blackberry Molasses.
But they had a song called Lady. They had another one called Out in the Cold. They had quite a few songs on the album too that a lot of people they didn't get a lot of airplay, but they had some nice songs on there too.
Yeah, that was mid '90s too. Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'd say probably if I had to pick one, I'd say Lady was probably my favorite.
Yeah, Lady was nice. I liked that. Yeah. So I mean,
Bruce must be your favorite real, because I've totally forgot about all of them.
I know. It's making me remember other artists. Like the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, I think, is one of the best albums of the 90s.
Yeah.
Solid album. She's great.
Looking.
Yeah.
Aveon, what you know? You know X Factor from Miseducation.
X Factor. Oh yeah, from I don't know the song. I don't know it verbatim. I don't know it well enough.
Okay.
I don't know it well.
I would say another
I'm
group
gonna
that
throw
not
this
a
one
lot
out
of
there.
people probably don't. I mean, I guess they probably would know, but maybe not as mainstream, like Mint Condition.
absolutely.
I mean, you could go on and on. You can go Guy, of course. You go later in the 90s, you got 112.
112.
Yeah.
TLC?
What about 7?
Yep.
Yeah, they're on my list. What about 702?
Representing for the women, y'all.
702! I know. I was about to say that. I sound like a female fan here. Like,
No, hey, throw it
some
up
solid
there.
singers.
702, Get It Together, and they have one produced by Pharrell, I Still Love You. Man.
What was their big hit again? It was like a girl group of 3, right? 702.
Where my girls at? Get It
Where my
Together.
girls at? That's it.
It wasn't 7
Get It Together.
Stilo with Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Stilo. Missy
Forgot
Elliott.
about Aaliyah, another one.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
God rest her soul.
What about Sade?
Sade.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about
that was one I
Shanice?
left off my original list. You
Shanice,
reminded
I
me
Love
about.
Your Smile is a good one.
Woo, that's on my list. That
I
girl.
love that song.
Hey,
do all
there's
of
one we're leaving. Hey, there's one we've left out, man. And Byron will tell you this probably is my favorite female R&B artist is Mariah Carey.
Oh yeah.
I would say it.
Absolutely. Right there.
Yes.
Before or after her
I
husband?
don't remember.
I'd have to
I'm
say
talking about
90s.
I'm not talking about. Although
2000s.
I'm talking about. Well, although hey, the Emancipation of Mimi was a dope album.
Yeah, that was her big comeback.
Myself in that album.
Mm-hmm. You know why she went? You know what she did though? She was smart. She went back to Jermaine Dupri.
That's right. Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri resurrected her from the grave.
Yeah. She was going south pretty quickly there for a while, losing her mind.
Yeah.
Tommy Mottola
glitter.
did, that was right after she got divorced, I think.
Yeah.
She was.
Her first 4 albums, classic.
And I got one we haven't touched on, and I'm going to bring up a specific album because I remember due to Byron playing it in the car. We went to go hoop one day, and he actually put this on the car. He's like, bro, this album is Usher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Nice.
gosh.
Usher's baby making love
Byron.
to a T.
Usher 8701. Remember, we went to go hoop
Yep.
right across from where my mom.
Let's
That 8701 album, bro.
keep it
Man.
90s though, cause the one that we
That
really
was
remember
nice.
the most is My Way.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you make me wanna. Come
Wasn't
on,
he
bro.
like 10 when that came out? Did he come out when he was like a
that wasn't
kid?
the first one. My Way was.
That was his first album.
No, not you thinking the first one that
Yeah.
Devontae Jodeci produced, not that one. That was whack.
Yeah.
He was like we were in 6th grade when that
Yeah,
first one came out, I think.
Yeah, my
He
way
was
came out like 97. Because I remember being in 7th grade
97.
and at the 7th grade dance and dancing to Slow Jam. So.
Oh yeah, the duet
Hey,
with
and you know what? Hey, from that on track, it was not a single. It had what was the track? You had the little Ice Cube joint.
You mean the Isley
what was the
Brothers
name of it?
sample? One day
Yeah,
you'll be
Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Look, I got to talk about this group because they were underrated because they broke off from New Edition and start their own thing with Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah.
Smile Again. Oh my God. And Gangster.
Everybody knows the song Poison the most, but what Byron's touching on now is some knowledge for music fans because those are the core songs that people should know from them. Go ahead, Byron. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was just saying, like, that song. I was listening to some of that stuff over the weekend, like that song "Smile Again." Mm-hmm. That song. When I think of the '90s, I remember my cousin was living with us from New York, and when that song came out, oh my God, we were singing that like non-stop. I was like, wow, because New Edition in the '90s, everybody broke off from that group and was successful. You had Belle Biv DeVoe. They were killing it, and then you had Johnny Gill and Ralph Tresvant. They went solo. Yeah. Ralph Tresvant had the Sensitivity, and that blew up.
Yeah,
Johnny Gill had My Mind, and then Bobby Brown had
Bobby Brown.
Yeah, Bobby Brown was killing it too.
Step back. Yeah,
he was killing it. Yeah.
Or y'all remember Tevin Campbell?
Oh yeah.
I was a big fan of Tevin Campbell. Or Candy Rain with Heavy D was a big favorite of mine. I used to love that song. Or No Diggity, I think.
We know all these songs. You know what?
Another Level. That was it.
We getting old as shit.
Yeah. Just shut your mouth.
Yeah. Hey, we're all showing our age here, though, but that's all right, though. Hey,
you know what?
Era of music.
It's not how old you are, it's how old you feel.
What's scary is dating. If any of y'all are single, y'all, nowadays you have to ask for somebody's driver's license at least because, in Texas, 17 will get you 20.
Oh,
but yeah, trying to date girls, you don't know how old they are. So 90s babies or 2000 babies look like they're in their 30s. It's crazy.
Well, that's true because like I have family friends that have kids and they're like 18. I'm like, that kid looks like he's 27.
I know. Just slap a little makeup on, and some girls are well developed. So,
This is what I do now. I tell them this is how I found out their age. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" I was like, "All right, well then, if you really want to be with me, sing the words of TLC's Creep," and they can't do it.
That's 97 right there. Oh,
hey, you know what?
Like, but I know.
Who's that? Who are they?
Good female group.
It's a great female group.
That's another
good
female
I will say
she's a Houston girl, right? Lead singer. What's her name? T-Boz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me throw
I have a question about that. Well, go ahead, but I'll tell you.
No, you go.
No, it's like, the LA's got a great music scene. I lived in Nashville for 10 years. They've got a great music scene, country. Atlanta has a hot music scene. Mm-hmm. Houston, for some reason, you'd think being the third or fourth largest city in the nation, why the fuck do we not have shit for a music scene here? It sucks here. But underground, there's like a lot. You got like some rapper. Well, I guess he's more Louisiana maybe, but like Master P and things like that have come. Screw tapes, things like that. But you don't hear, other than Beyonce, but you don't hear really any music scene locally. Like venues and things like that. There's just
we got Scarface.
Scarface. My parents live in his old house. That's funny. Sorry, random. Total sidebar. I think that's funny.
Wow. Wait a second. Hey, where do your parents? Real quick. Serious question. Where do your parents live? I'm not saying it's
Houston.
There's a reason I asked.
I don't know.
Like, what is his old house?
Do I touch on
it? We don't put that on the nets, man.
We'll go with that off the show, Matt.
No. What I'm saying is I'm not going to get.
Because I used for showing up at like
no, there's nothing like that. A buddy of mine, we used to like we used to go and Master P had he had a basketball court, or not, but Scarface had a basketball court. He was actually playing with us one day. We just would go into his house in his backyard. He had the basketball court. It was
backs up against the lake.
That's all I'm gonna say is Eldridge.
Shut your mouth.
I didn't say where. I just said Eldridge.
Yeah. Way to go.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Hey, that is insane because that is the exact house that I played basketball with Scarface at.
Yeah.
And TJ Ford's cousin. Yeah.
All right. So
crazy.
So going through, kind of sticking at the female artist group. Does anybody know the group Jade?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Right.
Yeah. Or Candy Burris was in that other group. Escape. Escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had some good songs too.
They were alright, but all these songs sound like they had the same melody to them, though.
Yeah, right. That's good.
Yeah.
That's because it worked. They were played.
It's like
radio friendly.
If you heard
Candy Burris is a great writer.
Yeah, she is a great writer.
She wrote No Scrubs for TLC. She wrote Destiny's
Yeah.
Child. She wrote Bills for Destiny's Child. Like Bugaboo. She's brilliant. But I think that it was a Jermaine Dupri. Like I have this like R&B just like master set. You know how they have their Body and Soul. I got like all of those, and they have some songs on there. And I'm like, in hindsight, I'm like, man, these beats really do sound similar. That was just that old Jermaine Dupri, production. But they're an underrated group because a lot of people hated on them because Biggie made fun of them in that song, and he said how they were all ugly, which was just so rude. But they weren't the most, they weren't the most glamorous girls, but they were very vocally. Come on now, they were vocally talented.
Yeah.
Another underrated. This artist goes by one name. It's Joe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joe.
Joe.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Aveon. The things your man. Bring out the piano, Aveon. Go ahead, bro.
I don't have a piano with me right now. I gotta go somewhere else to play it.
Okay.
So break out all the things your man won't do.
Oh man, that's another song that I challenged myself with because I heard my father sing it and the way he sung it, I was like, he sung it to my mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, man, I can never top that, so because he used the coat rack hanger as a microphone stand, and the way I was like, oh my god, that was incredible. So I had to learn that song, man, and ever since then, every time when I sing it right now, I always think about that moment, and I try to give people the same feeling that I got when I saw him do it, And same thing when I saw Joe do it in concert. I was like, oh my gosh, man, this dude is like a super beat.
Super beast.
It's incredible to see him, but it goes something like, tell me what kind of man would treat his woman so cold, treat you like you're nothing when you're worth more than gold. Girl, I mean you like a diamond, I love the way you shine, $100 million treasure, I'll give the world to make you mine. I'll put a string of pearls right in your hands, make love on a beach of jet black sand. Outside in the rain, we can do it all night. I'll touch all the places he would not, and all I never knew I get to hide. Nothing is forbidden when we touch, baby. I wanna do all the things your man won't do. I'll do them for you. I'll take you out on a night cruise on the yacht. Just can't lose, 'cause we got a lot to look forward to. 1, 2, what you gonna do? What good is a diamond nobody can see? I really got you all locked down, but I got the master key. Yeah. I got 1,000 candles all around. Show me to the subway, I'll go down. Nothing
Nice.
can be clearer than the sound of making love. Baby, when I start, I just can't stop. I love you from the bottom to the top. Nothing is forbidden when we touch, baby. Yeah, oh yeah. Things you man don't do, I'll do them for you.
Wow.
Nice.
That was solid.
Yo, Aveon, man. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let me say this, bro, because I want to hear some of this from you, because there's two groups that, two acts we haven't talked about. One is Babyface. The other one is probably the greatest R&B, and I bring them together because Babyface wrote a lot of songs for this group, and that would be Boys to Men. And one of my favorite songs of the 90's is Bended Knee. Can you break this down
yeah.
a little bit of Bended Knee? Can you? Would you?
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you, man. I don't even know that song.
You gotta know some Boys to Men, though.
Because, like I said, initially, man, I was always a Silk fan. I got to Boys to Men years later, when I had to do quartet in high school. But I was always into Silk, man. I don't know, 'cause I guess it started like that. So, I got to Boys to Men, later on, and I only know a few songs by them. I'll Make Love to You, End of the Road. That's another one too,
Motown Philly.
End of the Road. And other
Which one do you want to break us off with? You want to do a little medley of "I'll Make Love to You" and into End of the Road, or you want to pick one or the other?
Oh yeah.
We belong together.
We belong together. Baby, I don't know it. I know the chorus.
We belong. One Sweet Day. That was another one good.
I know. I'll Make Love to You very well.
All right, do that one.
Break us off with that one, man, please.
Close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out the candlelight. For tonight is just your night. We're gonna celebrate all through the night. For the while, light the fire, girl. Your wish is my command. I submit to your demands. I will do anything, girl. You need only ask. I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I'll hold you tight, baby. All through the night, I'll make love to you when you want me, and I will not let go till you tell me to. Girl, relax. Let's go slow. I can't where to go. I'm just gonna concentrate on you. Girl, are you ready? It's gonna be a long night. Throw your clothes on the floor. I'm gonna take my clothes off too. I plan to be within you. Girl, whatever you with me, you know I can do, baby. Yeah. Oh.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Touche. Nicely done. That's great.
Alright, she's so
Ah,
Wow.
that was awesome.
And she had the after sex cigarette, and
And it looked like she had an inhaler for her asthma. Like she's like, "Ooh, I'm having asthma attack. It's quite good. Let me go. Let
I
me
have
get some
this
ice
lovely
cream."
little ladylike e-cig that I
Yeah.
hit every now and then.
I heard a buzzing sound coming from Christian screen.
Oh man. Oh.
I tell you what, it's going to take a lot more than crooning to turn that thing on.
Let's keep
Hey,
it.
let's keep it
a family show.
on the show post show.
I'm telling you.
But let's roll into the early pre 2005 2000s and kind of touch on some groups and artists.
Can I touch on two real fast in
Yeah,
the
go
90s
ahead.
before we move that way?
Yeah.
To this day, still a sex playlist #1, I think, for a lot of people. Genuine Pony,
There you go.
solid song, and Janet Jackson, like 93, I think, her album "That's the Way Love Goes," I think was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Too. We haven't talked about her.
Now, Pete, before we move on, we haven't talked about these guys either.
Yeah, roll through. I got one real quick for you, go. Jesse.
Well, I
Powell.
got two. Of course. Jesse Powell, amazing. But two
Forgot
acts,
about that one.
PM Dawn and
Yeah.
D'Angelo.
You
I
saw-
know without you.
saw that?
Right,
Oh,
the
that's all he's been
That's
talking about PM Dawn.
It's funny. It's funny because I brought that up in the pre-show, and I didn't even say anything about it. It would be Byron to bring it up.
Yeah.
Avion,
Byron.
I'm gonna die without you.
PM Dawn, man. PM Dawn.
Avion,
Yes.
Die Without You.
Great.
Do you know it?
What's
The PM Dawn song, Die Without You. Do you know it?
I don't even know who that is.
You gotta remember, he wasn't born
He's
yet.
23.
So,
I'm on 23.
yeah,
You just dated yourself.
Yeah, he was.
PM Don, who's that though? I need to look him up.
You probably
him
know the
up.
song if you heard. I die
If
without
he,
you.
look it
I
up.
die
once he hears
without
it, he's gonna be
you.
like, oh shit, I remember them. I've heard this.
If I can,
That was a big song.
And then the one Pete mentioned brought up what was it? Set Adrift on Memory Bliss.
yeah.
Yeah.
Memory of the sun.
I
That's
can't
a
enjoy
good
that song
song.
because I like what it's sampled from so much, you know?
I forgot about that group. Every time somebody brings
Yeah,
up
it's a-
somebody
it's a
else, I
group.
start remembering more and more.
You're gonna have to look them up and add in I Die Without You, because I guarantee you, based on your just kind of what you highlighted, so far, Aveon, that would actually be a perfect song for you to add into your set. Seriously.
But you
Right, right.
you're going to be ducking panties because they're going to for sure toss that to you.
I need to look that up. Yeah, you're right about that. I'm definitely gonna do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Put that in my notes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He's
my
taking
notes.
notes with us. We got
Hey,
to take notes.
We all grown here, man. We grown. We
Hey,
know.
real quick though, before we get rolling into the 2000s, because it's going to kind of take us a little bit to kind of get all the way up to 2005 and get through the artists. Aveon, can you tell the audience kind of where they can find some music of yours and just kind of what you got upcoming? I know you got some things you're working on. You want to let the people know?
Most definitely. My song "All Lonely" is on iTunes right now. You can pick it up there. It's also on SoundCloud under Aveon Devon. But I'm trying to get all the legalities done first before I put my whole EP out, because I have a whole EP done. I just need to get all the legalities done so I can be able to release everything in November. And all of it is going to be on SoundCloud and Spotify and Amazon. So you can also use Facebook Aveon Foster, Instagram Aveon Foster, and Twitter Aveon Foster.
I'm about to follow you right now. Did you produce all the songs on your EP?
I did. I wrote everything.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Would you mind telling us what you produced it on? Like, did you? Or do you play any other instrument beside piano?
Yes, yeah. My first instrument was a trumpet. You know, it never intended to be. It never intended to be the trumpet either. But you know, it started out as the trumpet, and then it went on to the drums, and then it went to the piano.
Nice.
I played drums for the church. For my, for the church, I played drums, and before then, I played the trumpet for the school band. So then I got to the piano.
Did you, for all my techies, what did you use? Did you make it in Logic? Did you play stuff live and record into Pro Tools, or like what programs did you use to record this album? The actual music part of it.
Okay, I understand that. I understand. Yeah, most of the songs I didn't produce myself. I produced. I wrote it, and then I made sure it sounded. I made sure the mixing and mastering was to my standard. But actually, when I did produce some of the music, I used Pro Tools and I used FL Studios.
Okay. That's awesome.
The FL Studios was so hard at first to use, but then after you keep using it over and over, just like anything.
Right.
Get used to it. Yeah. So basically, for everybody out there, we're looking at about a November time frame for your EP to come out. Everybody needs to go ahead and jump on iTunes now, download the new single "All Lonely," which Avion's going to perform at the end of the show. For everybody that's watching.
Can I get it on Apple Music?
I don't know.
I can.
What?
So I don't know about that other world over there.
I got Apple Music, and I'm wondering. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell.
Just buy the damn song.
I'm just saying, I subscribe to Apple Music. I do, but
I do too.
You can get it, Matt, because it's on iTunes. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't need to shortcut it.
So
just listen to the guy.
You do
shortcut.
Type in Aveon Devon, and it'll pull it for you.
What's going on with the?
I'll have to do that.
So.
Are y'all still there?
Yeah,
we're here.
Sorry, I got sidetracked there for a second. I was trying to pull through that, but going into the 2000s. So let me go to Gonzo first. Let me go to you, man. What are some artists of the pre-2005 2000s? Because after 2005, I think most R&B kind of dropped off a little bit.
I'm gonna go with Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge had album in '97, but they also had one in like 2000. Is it 2004? I think when they had what's the name of the song? Lucky Charm, the Lucky Charm album.
Yeah.
With that whole album was
that the Get Hard album, I think, or something like that?
It might have been. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but it's.
I'm gonna get it for you just a sec. I'm gonna get it for you just. Give me 1 second.
They had that one. They had the All Star song. What other song did they have on there?
Where the Party at on there?
That was the one that was in 2000.
I think he's talking about. I think I know what album he's talking about. I believe it was from 05. I want to say he's talking about. Are you talking about? I think it was the self-titled album, Jagged Edge, in 05.
Jagged Little Thrill.
It had Good Luck. It had Good Luck Charm on there. Is that the song you're talking about, Gonzo? Good Luck Charm. Yeah, that was the 2005 album. That was 2006.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah. Well, that's what it was.
Hands down, their best album to me was still J.E. Heartbreak.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That album was amazing, man.
Absolutely.
And I dropped out late '99, so we'll just round it on up. I think 2 solid albums that came out pre-2005 were I Just Won't Sing by Music Soul Child, and then the second one, Just Listen.
Yes. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Gosh, you had Love. That was the song because I was in 10th grade when that came out.
Wow.
No, I might have been in 9th grade actually. I can't remember. Did that come out 2000 or 2001?
2000.
I was in 10th grade then. It depends on
Poor Avion's like, what?
I'm I'm gonna throw this person. I don't know, Byron, if you were a fan, but I have to throw out Jaheim.
Oh wow!
I gotta throw out Jaheim.
Nicely done.
You mean Teddy Pendergrass reincarnated as a thug?
I knew Byron was gonna have a comment. I knew he would. Yeah.
Oh, man. He hit it big. Basically, his first album. What was it? Just in case, I think was the
Byron.
first one.
No, that wasn't the first one. The first single was "Could It Be the Ice You See?" Remember?
Oh wow!
No, you're right. That was the first album. That was.
I was about to say.
I'm sorry, but the first. The first.
Could it be anything? And then
Have anything, right? That was the first single.
Yeah, Could It Be was his first single. Just in Case was the second single.
Right.
Anything was the third single.
Right, because Anything had Next on it, which is another underrated group.
Yeah.
Next,
I got something
You
now.
know what, Pete?
Underrated, but overplayed on one single for sure.
Too
They're
Close.
one big, yeah. Oh my God.
Why
I
Too
never-
Close?
I never understood that. I sang that song wrong for so many years. Like I never, I never knew the meaning of that song until
Oh.
recently. Like you're making it hard. I never got the double entendre. I didn't get it then because
We were freshmen in high school when that was out.
Hitting me hard right now. Like that's what he comes in on the intro, and then it goes in.
But they don't play that on. Let me tell you something.
They play that on the radio though.
That song is on, and I'm gonna tell you because I heard it like this morning when I was going to get breakfast. On that Body and Soul. He prefaces the song saying, "I wonder if she knows that I'm hard right now." Then they go, "Baby, when we grind," and I'm like, "I get it now." You know what I mean? Like,
They edited the radio. I don't remember what the radio edition was.
I can't remember the radio rendition.
Or what we filled it in with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete,
I bought it.
I got one more person too, man. I was just thinking about it just a minute.
Yeah, go.
Carl Thomas Emotional CD, and I like Carl Thomas CD so much better.
All right, so Gonzo, what is your top Carl Thomas song? Everybody knows the song "I Wish."
I Wish, Emotional. I like that one. I like a song hit. I like another song. No, I'm gonna tell you. I like the song called Two Pieces. I like the song called So Much Better. How Can We?
Yeah.
Can't Get Over with Dave Hollister. I like that one.
Dave Hollister. Why ain't nobody brought him up, man?
Oh my God! I don't know why I forgot Dave Hollister.
Yeah,
Man.
Hey,
He's from Chicago.
Hey, I'm gonna say something here before Byron steals it, and I'm surprised he hasn't said it. Byron, Maxwell.
Oh yeah.
I gotta go Maxwell.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
So you got, go.
You brought up Next, but I'm mad that we're in the 2000s now, and nobody brought up you brought them in Condition. They'll forever be at top because
Drew Hill is another.
Because of Pretty Brown Eyes, but nobody brought up Tony.
Oh,
That's right. Nobody knows. Yeah.
Like Tony. I mean, Raphael Sadiq. You gotta think about this. The lead singer of Mint Condition. If he was a solo artist, we would be talking about him how we talk about Maxwell. You know what I mean? Because vocally, I think he's equal. But yes, man, I agree. Maxwell.
I'm surprised you didn't say that, man. And Byron, what's your top Maxwell song?
Probably. I have one that's kind of obscure. I sent it to you earlier this year. It was on the Love Jones soundtrack, and he had a song called Something Something, and then he had a remix called Mellow Smooth, and that song, man, I promise you, man, if you're a woman and you listen to that, you might do Immaculate Conception all over again. You just pregnant.
Hey, that I'm hearing Byron talk, because Byron and I have a lot of conversations about music all the time, and I left something out from the 90's, and it's just a song that I have to talk about now. Byron probably knows where I'm going. Byron, Total.
That's right.
Total.
Ooh.
Byron,
Oh,
song you think
That's
I'm going
impressive.
with?
Yeah.
Kissing You.
Yeah, Total. What song though? Yeah, no. Produced by your boy.
Oh, Pharrell by Pharrell?
Yeah, the Neptunes, bro.
Nah, that ain't Total. That's 702. I still love you.
Yeah,
Total had a song produced by Pharrell.
Can't you see?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Come on, Byron. Come on.
Yeah, I can't.
Come on.
I know what you're talking about.
Come on, Byron.
I know what you're talking about.
Do I have to tell you?
Yeah, you got to tell me.
When Boy Meets Girl.
Yeah, baby, I can't get it up. Yeah, that. Yeah, that's 90s.
Throw that out. That's 95, I think. Was it?
Yeah,
90? I think it was 95. Yeah, I just wanted. Shit, when did that album come out? Let me look when that album came out. But that song right there, yeah, it was 96. You're right, January 30th, 96. Close to 95.
Yeah, Rough Ends was a good group too. Rough Ends.
But see, Raphael Sadiq, people don't know, Raphael Sadiq wrote a lot of their songs in the beginning. So did Puffy.
He wrote some of whose songs?
Was he Puffy then, or was
Total.
he Diddy, or?
Oh, I'm not surprised. Raphael Sadiq played bass for Prince for a while. I mean, he's very talented, man.
Right.
Very underrated artist.
Absolutely. Let's see.
Blue Cantrell. Y'all remember her?
Hit 'em Up Style, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like what her one and only hit, maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say one hit wonder.
Mhm. That's a big hit though.
How about let's see. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head some of my favorites.
Do y'all remember Chris Bender?
No.
Mm-mm.
Who is it?
I choose. I have a problem that concerns two ladies. I feel both of them driving me crazy. Y'all never heard that?
You gave me some music knowledge because I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either.
He got shot. His girlfriend shot him on. I think set him up. He got shot on a drive-by. Oh man, you forgot about Chris Bender, huh? Oh wow.
But you know what?
What about Avant?
Avant.
Oh yeah, Avant. Yeah.
Separated was his first single. He was in the Magic Johnson label.
The poor man's R. Kelly. Yeah. The better value R. Kelly.
Awesome.
Damn.
I knew Byron was going there. I was waiting for it.
Making Good Love was like Making Good Love
solid.
was a good one. Don't Take Your Love Away. Getaway off the first album was another one. That was a good good song.
And he did have a track with Lloyd Banks.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't a single, but yeah, he did do a track with Lloyd. This is back when G Unit was hot though. Like
what about
for a second?
P remembers this guy. He sounded like Stevie Wonder. Glenn Lewis.
Ooh, Fall Again.
Woo!
He's good.
That was a good song.
Y'all remember Allure? Didn't they have a big hit?
Oh yeah, I remember Allure. Yeah.
One song from them though.
Taking it back 90s. Remember As Yet? They had about two.
As Yet, yeah. They redid that Chicago song that was a big hit for them.
Now, no, that wasn't Chicago. I thought that was a Journey song. No, it was a Journey song.
No, it was a Chicago.
Hey, you know how sad? Hey, you know how sad this is getting right now? We're trying to talk about early 2000s, and we're still going back to the 90s.
We didn't hit for everybody. There's some great ones.
Hey,
True Hill,
I mean,
Cisco,
look at all the stuff we liked from the 2000s. Look at all the stuff we liked from the 2000s, though. They had stuff in the 90s. Like
no. Yeah. Chris just said something. Drew Hill. We did not talk about
Drew Hill. Yeah. 5 Steps.
That's
Sleeping in my bed.
Song.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the one I liked though was
my favorite song.
Byron, they played it on 97.9 all the time. Kristen, you probably remember this. We were freshmen in my bed, but the remix, not the Jermaine Dupri remix. It was the second remix they did.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. That was the second remix.
That's a good song.
What about Wrong?
Oh,
what?
I be
One Hit Wonder.
What about Deborah Cox? Y'all remember her?
Oh, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here.
That was great.
And then the duet she had with RL from Net.
Yeah, that was great. We Can't Be Friends, right?
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. Tyrese too had a big hit back then. I know.
Tyrese can sing.
Model
Hey,
singer.
hey, Byron,
Yes.
hey, break them down about Tyrese, man.
Okay.
Break Tyrese down.
Here we go.
Nah, you like Tyrese though. Dude can
He's
sing.
a singer. He can sing his ass off. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think Tyrese is he has his last single, Shame. Tyrese is what I call like a throwback. Like, I remember in '95 when he was in the Coca-Cola commercial singing, and I knew he had a voice then. I didn't think he would be like, you know, Fast and Furious Transformers Tyrese, but it's a shame that as good as that boy sings, like me and my sister were roommates like in '05. I was upstairs, we had a time, she was like, Byron, come here. And I run downstairs, she was watching BET. They had like a gospel special on. And she was like, did you know Tyrese Gibson could sing? And I was, she didn't even know. And I was like, and I just looked at her and I was like, you don't remember the Coca-Cola commercial? She was like, that's him? She's like, what else does he sing? And I was like, Sweet Lady. She's like, oh my God.
Damn, that was a jam.
So, that was a jam.
Aveon, you know any Tyrese? I know it's kind of putting you on the spot. You know any Tyrese?
I know Sweet Lady.
You want to break it off?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Sweet Lady. That's a really good one. It's a really good one. I don't know what it is about this song, but you know, it definitely made me some kind of experience, man. You know.
Is there
break that down?
Is there a story behind that? That you
You're gonna have to expand on that one right there.
I don't know if it's the key. I don't know. It's not the way I sing. I don't think so. Cause you know, it's just I don't know, but it's a great song, man. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Okay.
Lady, will you be mine? Sweet love for a lifetime. I'll be there when you need me. Oh, land, my sweet lady. Any other day I would break you, but I can't now. On how you flex your style, and now for a little while I've never really seen your side, but I must admit that I found alive. So baby, if you have the time, we can talk about you being mine.
Nice.
Another artist we forgot about, man, Johnny Gill.
Johnny Gill.
Yeah. We touched on him a little bit, but we didn't go into detail.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was one of the first.
Of course, everybody knows that. Trying to think off the top of my head. When did he break out? Was it 91, I think?
He had that duet with Janet Jackson, and then he had it's another song he had.
What song was that? What was the name of that song?
I mean, Rub You the Right Way was another one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Love It the Right Way.
And then Let's Get the Mood Right, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically then he had you know, for the casual fan, I would say let's say it this way, for white America, he was on Family Matters serenading Laura, so that's kind of where he got, you know,
I love that show.
Side of the audience. So for those that don't know, so
hey Pete, that's for our people.
Our people.
Yeah, that's our people.
Hey Pete,
we got people too.
Yeah.
Pete, we talked about groups, but can we like kind of shift it towards actual songs?
Yeah. Anywhere you want to go with it. Yeah. You know, it's cool.
And then we might have had a moment with, like, there was somebody we liked, somebody that.
Do tell. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to say to you, when you move, it kind of muffles in and out. I know you're singing and stuff, but when you back up, it muffles in and out.
Okay.
Just to give you a heads up, because I can hear you, but it muffles in and out. Just so that way, when everybody listens back on iTunes and stuff, it's not cutting in and out.
Okay.
We want to hear that voice, man. We want to hear it. But
Most definitely.
But go ahead, Byron. Hit us with some songs.
Well, since Gonzo has to leave soon, I wanna hear songs from the 90's because that is the name of the thing. I want to kind of keep it 90's.
Okay.
Gonzo,
90's,
give us some singles, like some songs from the 90's that took you back to middle school, high school, a girl you liked, something related that every time you hear it, it takes you back to that time in space.
Well, Jodeci's Fiendin' was one. I'm gonna tell you another song I like. I like H-Town's version of Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What about Bone Thugs? Does that qualify?
Is that it, Gonzo?
No. I mean, I can name some more.
That doesn't qualify? No.
What's the name of that song? The Jagged Edge.
I Gotta Be.
Off the J.E. Heartbreak album, no.
Promise.
Which one?
Promise.
I promise. It's the one.
Keys to the Range.
No, it's the one.
Woo, Pete, you taking me back, man.
I mean, I could go through the list because I got all their.
What you trying to do? Is that the name of it?
Are you thinking more ballad?
Exactly. Yes.
Which
I like
one?
that one. Yeah. What you trying to do? Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
You got obviously the intro, Heartbreak. You got He Can't Love You. You got True Man. That was their best album.
Yeah. Dang, it's a lot of them, man. I can't. It's kind of hard, man. I like a lot. Lace You. I like that one.
How about we do this? Top 5.
Ooh, top five of the 90s or top 5. Are we breaking it down? Are we breaking it down by artist? Are we breaking it down by group? What are we doing? Just overall?
Top 5 overall.
Ooh,
let's make it hard. Well, let's do
Songs or artists?
Top 5 solo artists, and then we'll do groups.
Top 5 solo artists.
Like song. Well, you know what? Just top 5.
I can't give a top 5. I can give 5. I can.
Hey, 5 of your favorite R&B songs from the 90s. Favorite, regardless of group, whatever. 5 of your favorite.
You got
groups and solo artists, right? Like all of them.
Yeah, everybody.
All right. Just got to be specific.
You want to go first if you threw the topic out?
Wow. Okay.
I got to go last because it's going to take me a minute because I'd pick like Brian McKnight songs and I want to throw some other.
This one is going to be hard for even myself to do.
Yeah, that is tough.
I'm going to choose Gonzo again to go first since he's got to leave.
Damn.
I want to ask you a question. Aveon, bro. Can you sing Tony Terry's song With You?
Would I?
I said, can you?
Yeah, I know one Tony Terry song. That's Oh, When I'm With You, right?
Yeah. That's man, I love that song right there.
That's a good song.
You see how he couldn't come up with 5, so he like, Aveon, just go ahead and sing.
Hey, that's the song, bro.
You just bought him some time.
That was good looking right there. Good looking. Be sharp. When I'm with you, I hear a sound that makes me laugh and smile and sing to you. When I'm with you, I feel so free. I feel that love is going to take control of me. When I'm with you, it's for real. What I feel when I'm with you. Yeah, babe. Yeah. That was Tony Terry right there.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, do you use your voice to get girls? Like, do you ever be at the grocery store and like you see a girl like buying oranges or tomatoes or something, and you just you just walk up to her and you just like start hitting some, It's unbelievable. Do you ever like,
no, not at all. Not at all. Because I feel like that's something sacred. So I don't never use that to try to barge myself in a woman's life. I always been like that. My lady that I'm with now, she didn't find out I can sing until deep in the relationship. Because I've always been a funny guy. I always been.
He's a comedian.
Hey, actually, segue real quick. Tell them about what you do with the comedy showcase. You did a little promo for them.
Yeah, I did, man. When I was out there in LA and I did some stuff with them. But I actually wanted to go to the what you call it? It's a place down here in Houston called the help me out.
Just joking?
No, it's a comedy place.
Improv?
Improv, yes, thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to go there because I got some real good jokes, man. I think a lot of people say I look like Kevin Hart, and I was like, well, we might be from the same tribe because man, I got some hilarious.
Hey, man. We gonna put you on the spot, man, because we live, so you gonna have to throw out your material so we can promote it.
Hey,
you got a joke you can do on the spot?
Huh?
Got a little joke you can do on the spot?
Man, yeah, I got a joke. Well, it's corny. It's corny because it's gonna make you laugh. I always have a joke that I can do on the spot.
All right, I'm the Charlemagne of this show. If we the Breakfast Club, I'm Charlemagne. So,
oh man,
it's live.
Don't listen to Byron.
I'm gonna have to come back and do that. I'm not gonna mess up my image. I can't mess up my image.
All right, that's cool. No worries.
I don't have that much confidence to do it right now.
Okay, no worries. Hey, no worries.
You sound like that on a first date or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I just don't have confidence to do this.
He's gonna say these up, Byron. He's gonna roast you so bad live on the air one of these times.
I know.
Man, hey, here's Byron knows I'm not gonna do him.
Now let me say this though, Aveon. Seriously, before we go back to the top 5, when I moved to LA, I did stand up like one time.
What just happened?
I had never done stand up before, and I mean, like, it was just very random, and I totally killed it, and I've never had the courage to do it again. But I think
totally killed it, but he didn't have the courage to do it again.
I mean, it was just like, it was so random, you know what I mean? I got called out, and I just did it, you know what I mean? I just did it. I did like these.
I want to cut for Byron out because he is really a funny ass dude, and I want to put him on the spot to do something to get everybody to laugh here. And I'm gonna do it this way. We're gonna go off topic for a minute here.
No, we're not. We're staying on R&B in the 90s.
Yeah.
No.
Way to go.
Top 5, Matt. Give me your top 5, Matt.
See, he knows where I'm going with this.
Give me your top 5, Matt.
We're gonna do it, man. All right, I'm gonna give you 3 right now that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
And it's kind of out there. I'm gonna go. And I got the name of that Drew Hill song. It's In My Bed 2620, the bedroom mix. That's one. That's what
bedroom mix.
That's what it's called. 26. I don't know why 2620. Then I'm gonna go with that R. Kelly song. I would say it's called We Ride.
Okay.
That's the track with
You're dating a thug girl, but go ahead.
No, say that again, Byron. Go ahead. No. Say it.
If you're on a date with a thug chick, okay.
I'm just saying it's one of my. Damn it! Of course, you would go there. I don't. And then here's the third one I'm gonna say that I actually like. It's a little out there. It's not the best song, but I just like it.
I thought we were doing R&B artists.
No, this is.
We're on song?
Everybody remembers Soul for Real, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going Candy Rain here.
What are you going?
I'm actually going with, I believe it was the second single, Every Little Thing I Do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are the 3 off the top of my head that I can think of that are my favorites.
Are we doing songs or artists?
Yeah,
we're doing songs right now because Byron decided to go.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
we're doing
make up your fucking minds here, people.
I got another one. It's kind of more of a commercial track, but also I want to go with that Janet Jackson If. always a big fan
the
of that.
dance, right? That was an awesome video. I used to be in love with that video.
That was
amazing.
Byron,
and then,
Yeah.
to answer your question, are we going just 90s or are we doing 90s and early 2000s?
We're doing 90s. Just
and you know,
Just
because,
I like 90s,
because I'm gonna change it up a little bit, just because Byron, you know, he said I'm gonna throw one song out there from the 2000s that I really like, and it's from the 2000s, from '02. Byron, you're actually the one to put me onto this. Justin Timberlake, Last Night.
Oh yeah, Pharrell.
I got yeah.
Can't believe what I was seeing.
I gotta go with that one. Yeah.
I forget he went solo so early. I didn't
I was
realize.
about to say,
That's my favorite.
Actually,
It's my favorite Justin Timberlake.
Because I'm gonna throw this out there. I know it's not R&B, but it's when they were big when I was in 8th grade, and I was trying to, you know, I know my wife is gonna watch this, but I don't care because it was in the past. But I was trying to mac on this girl, and I was in 8th grade, and NSYNC was real big and all that stuff. So I could actually sing, when I was a little bit younger until, basically voice got deeper. But I actually tried to hit the JT notes, all that stuff for the girl that has everything and I want you back and all that stuff. I don't give a damn. I'll throw it out there. And I got the phone number and I got the date. And that's part of going on live on the air. So.
And then she played Bye 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 after that.
and then meanwhile,
she didn't end up going to high school. So
she didn't go to high school. Where'd she go?
No, we didn't go to the same high school, I should say.
Okay, I was gonna say where'd she go?
I'm gonna tell you how that story ended. She came. It's like every little thing I do.
Hey,
come on, Byron.
I ain't gonna lie though. Like, hey, that was an end though. Like, if you was into like all that stuff, that gave you an end.
I'm not front on NSYNC.
Hey, my phone died, y'all.
Like this though, like I had all different nationalities when I went to school, like 8th grade, 9th grade, all the way through, and like the white girls and stuff, like that's what they was into. So you had to, get your little mac on. I couldn't be singing over Brian McKnight. They would look at me like I was crazy. So I had to roll with what they know to get, a little play. So
I can see people like, dang it, I should have saved the Brian McKnight for Taisha. All right. Hey, back to work.
Hey,
when I had left my phone died. You was asking me something.
Oh no, I forgot what we were going to now. Byron was segueing somewhere.
No, I was gonna. We were talking about like top 5 songs from the 90s.
Yeah.
And I can't remember, but Pete, since you brought NSYNC, they had one song, R&B song called "Gone."
Gone, yeah. That's a good song.
That was a song.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
That and Girlfriend was the other one because they broke Nelly out in the remix.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's Pharrell produced. Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite NSYNC songs.
Well, Gone.
Gone, yeah.
I'm a big Justin Timberlake fan, so I don't care.
His first album is very reminiscent of
classic.
It's Off the Wall. It sounds like
anybody who says the 2020 and that what was the second album?
Future Sex.
Future. If anybody who says those,
that was Timberland, right?
His first album was the best one. His first album was classic.
Crimea River was even on R&B stations. That's how that's how crossover.
That's when he separated from Britney. And that's when he kind of started getting a little bit more on
and little known
solid
fact,
side.
Never Again, the last track on the CD produced by Brian McKnight.
Produced and written by Pete. I'm gonna send you a video of them in the studio making that track.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you'll have to send that.
And written by Brian McKnight. Now, people hate on
the chord structure.
The way it's written and the bridge, the breakdowns. Yeah, the structure exactly. But another thing I want to say about Justin is this. He's back in the studio with the Neptunes, and I can't wait to see what he's gonna come up with because Justified is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, it's
classic. It's classic.
What Neptunes did for him, what Timberland did, what the Underdogs did, phenomenal, man.
Too bad JC Chazé couldn't go into music. He can blow. For everybody that wants to make fun of pop music and all that stuff, he could sing, but he just never did anything. Like I can't even think of a song that he came out with.
He had a single, but it just didn't. He's probably the best vocalist from that group, to be honest. But
yeah, I'll definitely say that all day long. But at the end of the day, it's like he tried to stay behind the scenes. He did that single with Black. I think was it like 2001 or 2002, and Bring It All to Me, and then that was it.
Yeah.
That was 99.
Okay.
Jason,
this is what I'll say about him. He didn't have the swagger that Justin had. He's a little older, but I think that if he would have gone in the studio with the right producers, he really could have done something. And one thing I'll say, all those groups, those boy bands and those girl acts from the late 90s that that kind of crossed over to the new millennium, he and Beyonce are the only ones that have stood the test of time. Christina Aguilera, phenomenal singer, but she didn't stand the test of time. But she's, behind we're keeping like Aretha and Barbra Streisand, all of them out, and but she's like a good value like Whitney Houston. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That girl could blow, man.
All right, so Aveon, I know you dropped off for a second. I want to go to you real quick. Can you give us? It can be anybody you want to give us. Who are your top? Let me say this. What are your top favorite 90s R&B songs? Can you need a minute to think on it, or?
Yeah, no. I know exactly what they are.
Okay, what you got?
Okay, I got When You Cry, I Cry by an artist named Jesse Campbell.
Yeah.
I know exactly who that is.
Yeah, When You Cry, I Cry. That's one of the hardest songs. I still can't sing the whole song all the way through. But
he was actually on The Voice, for those that don't know.
Yeah, he was actually on The Voice. Yeah, he was homeless before they called him, too. They called him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's interesting.
That one, a song called All Things Your Man Won't Do by Joe. Perfectly written. Just beautiful. Beautifully composed. After the Love Has Gone by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, that's a great song.
God.
Is that 90s?
No, that's 70s.
Just all time?
Hey, damn it, you give your all time. Don't worry, you can give your all time.
You're a special guest.
Well, y'all say things and I'm thinking 90s, and then y'all throw something else out. And so
I'm sorry,
take a different
112
direction.
redid it.
So
112 redid it. That's the version I'm thinking in my head.
Yeah.
Because 112 redid it. So I like that. I like their version.
It's a good song.
If you can, give us a little bit, because I love that song.
For a while, the love was all we could do. We were young and we knew in our eyes, here we lie. Deep inside we knew our love was true for a while. We paid no mind to the past. Something happened along the way.
Oh, the irony. Along the way, all right.
Hey, Brian McKnight covered that song too.
Yeah, he covered that song too, right?
Hey, don't sleep on the Brian McKnight version.
Your trills are solid.
Yeah, I really do like that song. I play it all the time. I play it on the keys. I play it all the time. That song. It's another song called Do I Do? My bad. Let's see one. What is it? Don't judge me, but it's Beyonce, Love on Top. I really like that song too.
That's a good song.
That's a good song though.
When I get married, we're gonna walk out the chapel while that song is playing.
Oh, man.
That's not 90s. That's not 90s. Hold on.
Hey, you gay.
You're the special guest.
You know what though? Hey, I went Justin Timberlake. I put in my top 5, and it was from 02.
Right.
So you do what you want to do.
Make up our minds here, people, because my brain is all over the place now.
Kristen, are we confusing you?
R. Kelly's 12.
No, it's just like I turn in a different direction when you start. That was good.
Right. I was trying. I have to narrow mine down because if you start throwing any years down, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't narrow.
Thank you.
It's harder.
You know what, Pete? It's your list.
That was
You
my
give
point.
your list.
Wow.
There's so many.
If we're doing.
So we're going all time.
If we're going all time, "Faithfully" by Journey.
Yeah.
"One Last Cry" by Brian McKnight.
Oh.
"Water Runs
Great.
Dry" by Boyz II Men.
Woo!
I'd have to do "Gloria" by Jesse Powell.
Really?
With the enchantment melody behind it.
Oh wow! I just watched Ghost the other day.
Wow.
And I don't know. It's hard. I'd have to do.
Faithfully
It's
R&B.
not really an R&B song, but it's been covered by a lot of artists. "I Can't Make You Love Me."
Oh wow, yeah.
Body rates. Lord have mercy. Let's just say love songs. Let's say love songs.
And real quick.
God, guys.
Maybe-
What's the topic here? 90s
Byron's
R&B, right?
Byron's just changing everything up, and he's taking over.
I know it took its own course, but real quick.
That's what happens
Aveon,
here.
I know you did a cover of "I Can't Make You Love Me." You did. It's on your YouTube. Can you do it for us? Just a little small snippet of it.
Yeah, most definitely. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me the lies, just hold me close. Don't patronize. Don't patronize. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart if you don't, if you won't, yeah.
Nice.
Your trills are solid, by the way. Those are awesome. Just
Thank you.
amazing.
Hey, Aveon, I know you're putting out the EP. Are you got any plans to do any covers to release, like kind of like a little, kind of like some artists do, where they'll like release something and then they do like a little YouTube like weekly cover? Would that be something that maybe you would do in the future?
Oh, most definitely. I'm getting that ready now. I'm getting. Matter of fact, my manager, he's really close to the Redding family, and where I'm from Macon, Georgia. That's exactly where Oldest Redding is from.
Yeah.
And one of the songs that I'm recognized there is "Try a Little Tenderness." So once we get the okay from them to go ahead and redo the song, I'm gonna be the one that records it because it's just perfect. You know, because he's from Macon, I'm from Macon.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's my signature song, you know, when I'm there. So I'm very excited about re-recording that song, you know, and making it, you know, 2016. It's gonna be amazing. I'm telling you.
Nice.
That's a great song.
But on the other note, yes, I'm gonna do weekly covers every week, starting because I'm going to Germany in September. You know, so I don't know when I'm coming back. So whenever I come back, that's when it's gonna happen. You know.
Nice. We're gonna have to look out for that, man. And you're gonna have to throw a full version of "I Can't Make You Love Me" on there, so I can go ahead and get the MP3 of that, get it on my iPhone.
Yeah,
Now,
I'm gonna do it.
Now, Pete, I got a question for you because people don't just throw that song out there unless they've been in a situation, unless they relate to that song. I love it, but I want to know before you met your wife, was there a girl that you really love, that you really like, that didn't feel that way, and is that why you relate to it? And then you met your wife, and it just changed your world. Like, explain that.
No, not really. I mean, to me, I'll be honest. Like, I don't really have like a major like girl story, to be honest. I just resonate. Like, I write songs. Like, my cousin actually worked with Brandon Barnes, who actually wrote a lot of Brian McKnight songs. And that's how I got really big, younger, like, I'm talking 11, 12 on up, you know, as far as Brian McKnight. You know, just listening to different things, actually some unreleased demos that he did. And then I was like, wow, I really like songwriting. Let me try it. You know, wrote a bunch of songs. Nothing that went major or whatever. Just kind of some stuff with my cousin. And he actually worked with a production company that's called D-Clay Productions that actually ended up working with Brian McKnight way later down the line. And they released a song. My cousin actually does behind-the-scenes work for Universal Publishing now. But for me, I always resonated with songs, especially power ballads, stuff like that, but a well-written song that can actually touch your heart no matter what situation you're going through. And for me, if I can close my eyes and just place myself in that moment, it's a song that's always going to resonate. And that and Faithfully were the two songs that always resonated with me there. Another one is Heaven by Brian Adams. That was another big one. So those songs there were just like huge songs. You know, for me growing up, and I like all genres of music. You know, honestly. So, but R&B is my favorite. So.
Well, let me say this. That song is you know, and of course Tank covered it. And that's something we did. But that song is special to me because, again, my sister had this car. I only got AM stations, so I would hear, you know, Chili Peppers and Nirvana. But when Bonnie Raitt came out with the first single, Something to Talk About, and then And Make You Love Me was the second single, I think country writers are probably, I wish that people who make country music would write, you know, R&B songs today. Right. Because music would be so much. I like the things you picked. You picked some of my favorites, both of y'all. Like After the Love Is Gone, Water Runs Dry. Yeah. I wish
let me throw out one more. This is going way back. Nothing Can Change This Love by Sam Cooke. That's
he's all-time favorite. One of my all-time favorites. He's phenomenal.
Don't. Can I do my 5? Because you brought up Sam Cooke.
Yeah, go.
All right. These are songs I can't live without. Like one of them, and there's a story behind this. Marvin Gaye, Distant Lover. He's my favorite singer, by the way. But Distant Lover. Because do you know that, Aveon? You know Distant Lover. No. That song, always, because I kind of had this thing with this girl. She went to college and she played sports, and she was like my distant lover. But you know, anyways, that song.
Talking.
Sidebar.
You know, another song that always like does it for me. Michael Jackson, The Lady in My Life.
Oh wow, yeah.
Do you know that?
I know it verbatim. Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
You better learn it, man.
I got it.
You better learn that song, man.
Byron, you're the one that's like in the crowd. Man, you don't know that, man. Get off the stage. You don't know.
Byron is that dude in the peanut gallery.
I know.
Talking to people. Comments from the peanut gallery.
Man, I thought you was all that. You don't know that song, man. You need to come back next week and know that song.
Another song that I love, Anita Baker, Sweet Love.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, underrated song.
Yeah,
we didn't mention Anita Baker. That was a pink. She did the '90s. Pink Cadillac around that time, right?
What? No.
Or no? I'm thinking. Just went blank. Carry on. I'll think of it in a second. I'll say. I'm gonna look it up.
That's the third. So Marvin, Anita, you know, another song for me that really it's a Whitney song that like I Have Nothing.
Oh,
I think
Oh wow.
it's great.
Yeah.
that song, that girl, man, the way that she sang that song,
I
it
know
just
that's right.
outstanding.
Yeah.
And, another one is that how many is that? That's 4, right?
Yeah.
And then
That's 4.
another one that I just another song to me is from the New Jack Swing era. I think it's a slept on artist. And a lot of people say Robin Thicke took his style, but that's Al B. Shore's Night and Day. I think that song will always, you know, get the party cracking.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are some of my favorite love songs.
I gotta throw another one out there. Mario's "Let Me Love You." That was from the 2000s. That was my jam.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
That was a good
Mario.
song.
Hey Pete, you know what we forgot, man, from the early 2000s. Nobody mentioned it, I don't think, but that Confessions album. Like,
Oh wow.
I did.
Part 1 or part 2?
We're talking about the whole album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
but the song off there that did it for me,
Burn.
You got it bad?
Huh?
Remember that one? You got it
What you got
bad?
bad was 8701.
That was the previous
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then Burn was the other one. You're right. Burn. Sorry.
Um, what's that
I
song?
love Usher.
Simple Things.
No.
Superstar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one?
And then Caught Up. I love
Oh,
Caught
yeah,
Up.
Caught
Hey,
Up's another one.
Byron, what was the Just Blaze track from that album?
Throwback.
Yeah. Throwback was another good one.
That's all right there.
Yeah.
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 That's all right there.
Yeah. That's the best song on the whole album, really.
Yeah, it really
That
is,
was like,
man.
what was that? Like number 10 or something on that album?
Nah, that was like number 2.
Number 2. I think
What?
number 2.
Are we talking about Throwback was track?
Oh no,
3?
no. Simple Things was number 10. That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm looking at the special edition
Now,
track.
Pete, I got one for you. Confessions or Justified?
Hey,
Overall, like if
Drum roll, please.
without
Yeah.
skipping a song, I gotta go with Confessions because I can skip. I can skip like a couple of the songs on Justified. Like I can skip Take Me Now. I mean it's okay, but I'd probably skip that one, and I'd skip the Bubba Sparks one.
Oh, Bubba Sparks.
I'm going with Justified all day. I take Justified over Confessions.
I think so.
Oh,
Hey, Justified's one. Hey, I'm with Byron.
no,
That's one of my all-time
Senorita
favorite
is
albums.
one of my favorite songs off that album.
I think the one I like is what's the song?
Hey, the one. Hey, you know he set it off. He set it off perfectly with that video. When he put that single out with the Clips, man, that set that album off perfectly.
Not that one, Pete. The one when he's talking. When he's like,
Still on my brain.
Not Still on My Brain. The one before that.
Still on my brain was 4, so number 3 would have been. Not Take It From Here.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Okay, I got you.
That song is beautiful. Pharrell and Chad on that record, outstanding, man. Shout outs to the Neptunes.
Hey, that's one of their the best albums they produced for the most.
Yeah.
They did make half of it.
After when I heard that album, that's when I was like, I'm gonna go back and learn piano because I
Hey,
knew.
Byron, let them know the backstory, who those beats were really made for.
Those tracks were made for Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
But
I heard that too.
Yeah. But his
Interesting.
manager turned him down, and Pharrell said that he met Michael in L.A. and he was like, "You should have given me those songs." He was like, "I tried, but his manager said that they weren't good enough." Yeah.
Wow.
Man,
He's a new manager.
And I told Pharrell when I talked to him, I was like, "Bro, Justified." I was like, when I heard Justified, I was like, okay. And I knew how to play drums and xylophone. I was like, all right, I need to learn how to play piano. Like that really, really like inspired me to like go back to playing instruments. But all I did was
You just wanted to learn the high pitched girl
Falsetto.
Senorita. The falsetto part of that. That's all you wanted to learn. And
You trying to win a
ladies,
pay dropper.
that's
Look,
up to you.
while you joking, Pete, look, I actually have the sheet music for Justified.
Ooh, hey, if you want to break us off with a little
Nah.
JT?
Nah, he's like, no.
Oh man.
No.
Hey, let the people know. Hey, if you got talent, let the people know.
Hey, give them what they want, right, Pete?
Yeah. Hey, give the people what they want.
I'm not a good sight reader. I have to like sit with the music for a long time. I'm not a good like my piano teacher. If he was here, he would just
Here
go.
come the excuses.
He would just go.
I'm just
All right, well, Miss, I used to sing country.
Hey, we're on R&B. Just throwing it out there.
Get on the country
You know,
rock, man.
country is not sin.
But I can't make you
But
love me. It's a country
I wasn't the one
song.
talking shit. You were.
Yeah, hey, oh yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey,
Pete,
so
I think we got to mute our second.
hey, so I want to segue back because we got Aveon. I don't want to take up too much of his time because we got to wrap it up. But Aveon, if you wouldn't mind, whatever you want to sing for us before we wrap it up with our artist, and I'm going to have you end at the end of the show with your current single All Lonely. But anything that you want to grace us with right now, just whatever your choice, anything you want to throw out.
Yeah, man. You know, there's this artist. He's a 2000s artist now, but he used to be, you know, a 70s, 80s, in the 70s, 80s artist. You know, and he made a huge comeback, and I really admire him throughout his whole journey in the 2000s era. And one of his biggest songs to me was "You Are," and his name is Charlie Wilson.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and he just been really leading the R&B scene, you know, in a genuine manner, you know, throughout his whole time, you know, coming back. And y'all familiar with "You Are," right?
I know. Yep, I know the song, and I know Charlie Wilson.
Okay, yeah, it's butterflies is what I feel inside, and every time it's like my first time away, and I can never find the words to say. You're the perfect girl, you were made for me. It's so easy to love you, baby. We're compatible, incredible, and natural we are. And girl, I never felt this way before. From the bottom of my heart, baby girl, I just want to tell you that you are the reason I love, the reason I trust. God sent me an angel, you are the best thing in the world. You're a wonderful girl. Knowing you by my side brings tears to my eyes, baby. Love that song.
Nice. Hey, and
I
for
think
people
like
that
I love
don't know,
it.
because you segued into kind of him 70s and 80s. It was the Gap band that he was with.
Right.
What was it, 2009, 2010, something like that is when he came and actually went like full solo. And he actually was nominated for a bunch of awards. People don't really realize that and throw him in there. So yes, there are some R&B artists in the late 2000s and currently that can sing, but I'm sorry, Party Next Door ain't one of them. So he needs to just drop one off down the charts. That's just shameful to even put him in the category. So.
You know what, though? I like that you brought up Charlie Wilson because people don't realize like Aaron Hall like idolized him. That's why he sounds like
That's
him.
good.
As did R. Kelly, who emulated Aaron Hall and Charlie Wilson.
And Justin Timberlake.
Yes, so he's influenced some generations, man. He's one of the best vocalists of our time.
Right. Seriously.
Yep. Before we wrap it up on the talk, you know, about 90s and 2000s, and let Aveon close us out, does anybody want to touch on any more artists or share any stories, the kind of what, you know, kind of a moment or anything that got them through some tough times, anything like that as far as songs from the 90s, early 2000s?
You know, I want to touch on an album here that came out. It was his only album. Well, before you know, he died and they put a couple. But man, I think we need to touch on Michael Jackson's Invincible.
Oh wow!
There were
Yeah.
some absolutely fantastic songs on that album.
Yeah.
Butterflies.
Yeah.
And what's the one, Byron? I can't. It's the best song on the album.
Break It Down.
Break It Down. Oh my gosh.
That's what I was playing when we opened the show. Break It Down.
Yes.
Yeah, Break It
That's
Down
one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs.
That's his best song.
That's,
Oh, Byron's gonna break it off for us.
Little song. Yeah.
You're right. Over the Forest was the big song. So yeah, a very, very underrated album that many actually, quite honestly, they slept on. Other than the "You Rock My World" because Chris Tucker was in the beginning and all that stuff, the video,
Yeah.
which I can understand
That's
because
right.
it was actually very, very well done album.
Yeah, man, hey, I'll be I was there the day it dropped. I was in the store picking it up. I know Byron was in that store the first day.
Yeah, and I'll forever be linked. Unfortunately, you know, Michael passed away on my birthday in 2000.
Oh my God!
oh.
So, but I remember the exact moment I found out. I was eating at Chili's with my wife, and the news popped on, and they said Michael had passed away, and I was like, damn, man, like all the songs, you know, and unfortunately, you know, every year for my birthday, you know, I have to hear Michael Jackson died, and I don't get to, you know, can't ever say I went to a concert of his, but you know, just watching the DVD that came out, basically, This Is It tour, just kind of the work he put in behind the scenes, incredible. And to think that he wasn't even on top of his game all the way, he was kind of coming back from health concerns, you know, getting back in it, and he was that good.
All right.
Yeah, he's amazing. There's a documentary, I forget what it is, but it shows how he comes up with the beats of all of his songs, and it's amazing to watch him work like in the studio. It's phenomenal.
Right.
He's talented, super talented.
Absolutely.
His whole family, and you know, it was such a great loss. He inspired so many generations, and you got to forget, Michael at like 11, 12 years old was an outstanding vocalist. Like the songs like "Got to Be There," "Who's Loving You." I get chills when I hear the young Michael Jackson sing something. And, I had the pleasure of meeting Marsha Ambrosius, and she wrote Butterflies for him. And I ran into her in L.A. like about a year and a half ago, maybe. I was at H&M shopping, and I walk in and I see Marsha from Florida. And I go, and this is my second time meeting her. I'm like, Marsha? And she looks, she's like, yeah. She's trying to be low key. And we start talking. I was like, tell me, what was it like working with Michael Jackson? Like, and she was like, it was just so. She said he was just such a pleasure to be around. She said he was so incredible, and it's just one of the highlights of her lives to have a song, Butterflies. He heard a demo, and he loved it so much that they came in and she got to work with them, and how, you know, just how humble he was. So, you know, it's cool that I got to meet people that worked with him and that knew him, and you know, like people like Pharrell, Marsha. I got to talk to them, and you know, when I get a chance to meet these people, I bring them up just to hear about it, because I feel like it's the closest that I ever get. But phenomenal artist, and this we know. That goes without being said. Pete, you asked any last artists we want to touch on, any songs.
Yeah.
One song that's very special to me. It reminds me of my 7th grade year when Aaliyah covered the Isley Brothers' "At Your Best."
Yep.
That's, you know, I hear that song today, and it just takes me all the way back, you know, to like 94, 95, because it was so pure. And R. Kelly was producing her at the time, and that has his fingerprint.
R. Kelly was doing more than that.
Hey, say that again. I didn't hear you. Cut out when you said who it was. Who was it?
It was Aaliyah's cover of Isley Brothers' "At Your Best," and it has R. Kelly's fingerprints all over it, because obviously he's a big Isley Brothers fan, and they did some good stuff like "Contagious" in the early 2000s. But you can tell that it was his idea for her to cover that song, and I thought her rendition was so sweet, because a lot of people in my age group at that time were not familiar with the Isley Brothers song. So she just reintroduced that, or she introduced that song to just another generation, and people love it so much. Right, but I think the Isley Brothers one is like it's flawless. But for a young, like maybe 14, 15-year-old girl to cover a song like that and the way she did it, that's the best song she's. I mean, people talk about One in a Million, the song she did after, but I think, no pun intended.
Yeah, that's good.
At Your Best was like probably her best song. It was just that's a good 90s cover.
Okay. Kristen, you got any songs that kind of bring back some feel good moments, or anything that memorable to you from that era?
Yeah, the Blackstreet song, Don't Leave Me. I thought that was great.
Nice.
I loved that song. I was obsessed with that song. When you're going together and, you break up. I remember that clear as day. I'm being a Whitney fan. I was a huge fan of the Bodyguard soundtrack. Like, I Have Nothing was one of my favorites. Run to You was probably hands down. That'd be close to my top 5 or 10. There's a lot. It's hard to pick. I think Pony, still a favorite, genuine.
Magic Mike.
That's right.
No, I never saw that movie, actually. I did see some pictures and maybe watch the trailer a couple times.
I've seen pictures.
That was all you needed to see, I guess, from the guy's perspective.
Yeah.
Turn it off and click through, and luckily for me, my wife was like, I don't want to see that, and I was like, thank God. I
didn't have any desire. I can't sit still through a movie. I didn't really want to waste 2 hours of my life watching
Nice.
it.
Damn.
What else? But I'm sure it was a great movie. Sure it was great. I don't know. The Luther Vandross Here and Now, I think, is a phenomenal song. I love that song to this day. What else? There's so many. It's hard to kind of pinpoint just top 5. So y'all, and all time. If I go all time, I think I've Been Loving You Too Long by Otis Redding is probably in my top 5. Big Otis Redding fan. Sam Cooke's songs, Cupid, I think is great.
Yeah.
There's just, it's hard to pinpoint. Every time y'all say somebody, I think of somebody else and another. I think TLC was a great group, and En Vogue was a great group. On the female side, Aaliyah was great. I'm racking my brain here. Color Me Bad, nobody said them.
Sex Drive. Yeah.
All for Love or something like that. Yeah.
Hey, All for One was another one. I Swear.
Yes,
and,
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I Love You Like That.
I hated that song.
You didn't like that? Oh, man.
No, because my sister, and now Byron, Byron knows my sister. She played the fucking hell out of that song, and it made me hate it. So I hate that song.
But she's got good taste in music, bro. And they hold a lot of records, that group.
So you hate I Swear, or you hate I Can Love You Like That?
I Swear. That song just
I did
pisses
too.
me off because I heard it so damn much, and it's just no, I can't. It's just no.
But
then you have the country version that was overplayed, and then they switched to the other pop version, and that was overplayed. So it's just like
it's a very
every
overplayed
wedding
Was it
song.
John Michael Montgomery that did the country version?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had better songs than I Swear.
All for Love that was my favorite. So.
What was that song they had? My sister, Have I Ever Told You I Loved You? That song was really, really, really good, but they got overlooked because you had Boyz II Men, you had Joe. So
There were a lot. 98 Degrees.
98 Degrees.
Forgot on White
Back
Group.
out with that album, and I just, oh man.
Nick Lachey can sing, man. I ain't gonna take that from him. He can blow.
He's alright. He's alright. I wouldn't put him in the category that I would put,
No, I wouldn't either.
some other bands in. Because I would look at, if we're going to segue away for just a second, if we're going to talk about bands from there, like NSYNC obviously was there.
Tearing up my heart.
Yeah, I mean, no, but I mean, 98 Degrees came out, they were okay, but you had other groups that
The
people didn't know,
Backstreet Boys.
Hey, like C-Note came out. Like C-Note, to me, they could sing better than
New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, but they were early. They were early, like 90's and all that. Like that wasn't the boy band.
They were kind of fading out.
Yeah, hanging tough.
The right stuff.
In hindsight, that song is so corny. It sounds like
He did have that comeback song. What was it? Summertime or whatever. And then you had Jordan Knight, who went solo.
Yeah.
To You, when that corny ass circus video where he was at the carnival or whatever trying to dance around.
That song was jamming, man. That song
was good, but that was a corny ass video. I was like, whoever choreographed that needs to damn start over.
Well, because the music in the beginning had a circus-like theme. That's why.
But it still was just like him dancing, and I was like, really? Like, they couldn't come up with another one we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about damn D'Angelo.
Byron brought him up. Byron brought him up.
Oh, did he? Did you bring him up?
He did.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
And he the one that did the ab video, which just straight up him, and that's it. Every female favorite.
Album, like Brown Sugar and Cruising.
Byron, how does it feel, right?
Yeah, Me and Those Dreaming Eyes is one of my favorites by him.
D'Angelo.
All right, well, let's see. I'm trying to think because I'm away for Aveon. He cut back out. I get him back in to close out the show. But does anybody else have any other songs that kind of mean something?
Well, I had some trivia that Pete, you and I discussed. You know, a lot of people don't know is that the lead singer of As Yet was an original member of Boyz II Men.
Really?
I didn't know that actually.
I love stuff like that. That's interesting.
Now, somebody in LA told me this who's in the industry. They said something. I don't know if I should say it online, but they were saying that like when As Yet broke up, he tried to get back in Boyz II Men.
It was Mark Nelson who.
And I hope that's not true, but he was like, huh?
I was gonna say he co-founded Boyz II Men, but then he left the band. So
he's very fortunate to have made it because you know he sounds like the fifth Beatle. You know what I mean? But it's like he got As Yet, which wasn't as popular as Boyz II Men, but he is actually a good singer. He's a really good singer.
Right.
I have one. Brownstone, If You Love Me, I think is a pretty good one.
Yeah. Underrated song.
Mm-hmm.
Changing Faces, Stroke You Up. Remember that?
Yeah.
People forgot about that.
That's funny.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. See, I told you, like, I don't discriminate female artists, but I can't sing along to that. So for me, I didn't get into that. I mean, you gotta think about it. Like, if I'm rolling around town and I'm bumping freaking SWV, people are gonna look at me like, what is wrong with that dude? Like, I mean, you know.
Chicks don't mind. As long
But
as you're in touch with your feminine side.
No, I can be in touch with that all day long, but I still ain't bumping no.
Hey, Byron, can
I? You not wear pink either.
Me and Byron. Hey, I'm gonna throw this out there. Pete can always edit this out for those who are gonna watch this later. Man, I remember. I don't remember what. And this was when Kanye did a couple tracks for Janet Jackson. I forgot what album. Was it Demita Joe?
It was Demita Joe.
Byron had that album, and we were in the car just jamming the Kanye tracks.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
Because we were big Kanye.
I'm not a huge Kanye fan. But
no, it was the production.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I had this conversation on Twitter late. Like, he asked me about Janet. I was like, I don't bring the Jacksons in because they're so talented. It's not fair. But Janet had one of the best songs of the 90s. Besides I Get So Lonely, and she had Again. But the one that really did it for me off that Janet album was Anytime, Any Place. That song right there. Yes. Yeah. And you know, the 90s.
That's a baby maker.
Oh, that's a baby maker. The songs from the 90s that like they had a lot of songs you would play at a wedding, like Blackstreet's Joy. That song was just like every time I hear that song, I want to just like pick some flowers or something, you know?
Flowers.
Real quick before we close out, while we're waiting on Aveon to come back, do you guys got any artists that you thought would have made it big that didn't end up lasting? Like maybe one or two hit songs and then they kind of just faded out.
Blue Cantrell.
Wow. One for me
Random.
was an artist named TQ that did a song
TQ.
called West Side.
Yeah. And,
Yeah,
and then he signed the Cash Money.
Yeah, that song, Bye Bye Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dope song.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Man, I like that song. That was a dope song, but you might not like it, but I did, so yeah.
I wouldn't say that there were some. I can't think of artists who I
Kiss
thought
my ass.
that would be bigger. Oh, you know what? I got one. Tony Rich. I didn't think he.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
Oh, and Desiree. Remember her?
Yeah. Kissing You.
Was
Right?
that? No,
Romeo
Desiree
and
was the one
Juliet.
that did the Good Day Atlanta song.
You gotta be.
Yeah.
She sang the song in the Romeo and Juliet movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. That was a big song for the 90's. In that, I don't know what year that came out, but she was big for a while.
Yeah.
She had a couple hits. Tennessee. Who did that one? Arrested Development.
Ooh,
Oh, I got one that y'all forgot about. Remember Uncle Sam? One hit wonder.
yeah. Vaguely.
I don't ever want to see you again. And it was by and they had the deep voice dude from Boyz II Men on it. Wanye from Boyz II Men wrote this song, and it was like,
Oh wow.
I want to see you. Y'all don't remember that song?
I don't remember that one. You got House of Pain, of course, was another one. Everybody knows that song. Man, I'm trying to think. Who else? Kind of more of a one-hit wonder.
Montel Jordan.
No,
Well, Montel had some hits.
Hits.
He had some hits.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. Just saying.
You're not a fan of Montel?
Not so much.
You know, it's funny because that's when we were in 7th grade when he came out.
Right.
This is
I
how
was
we
a
do
fan
it.
of that song.
Something for the ladies was that? Or something for the honeys.
Yeah.
That was a good track. I like
Because
that
at the
one.
time, a popular phrase for women in LA was honey dip, but now it's like. But now I don't even want to say what it is now. It's
Solo would have been another one.
Now you have to out loud.
You guys remember the product GMB from the Maria from Santana?
Yes.
Yeah,
They never came out with nothing after that.
No.
That was a good song.
So, all right. Well, real quick before we segue into letting Aveon perform his new, soon-to-be hit single, "All Lonely." We want to just talk about real quick. We're going to be back on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be talking about our favorite sports movies of all time. So,
And we're gonna do hockey, and we are gonna put hockey in there.
yeah, for
He convinced me.
Yeah,
Hockey's a sport that qualifies.
No, it's just that
I
I didn't.
convinced Matt.
Yeah, 'cause I didn't
realize
realize
a hockey movie more than the Mighty Ducks. That
Yeah.
you can talk about when it comes to hockey.
Yeah, I got 3 Mighty Ducks movies that are gonna be on there, and then I got 2 others because those are the only 5 I've seen.
So everybody tune
really
in.
bad.
Tune
Really
in.
bad.
I'm
On
dead
Thursday.
serious. Hey, we're doing the hoop movies too, football, baseball. I got y'all.
Yeah, we're doing Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Everybody tune in. We're going to try to start as close as we can to 7. You know we don't ever start on time over here, so we're going to do our best to make it happen. But before we go to Aveon, I just want to thank you, man, for taking your time out to come on with us and man, blow us away with your voice, man. Your talents are incredible, and more people need to notice. And we're going to do our damn best to get it out on iTunes and SoundCloud and everywhere that we can promote it so people can see this and so you can blow up. Of course, on YouTube and Twitter, of course. So thank you, man.
Oh, most definitely. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. And I really appreciate this opportunity right here, man. You know, when you contacted me, man, it was out the blue, and I'm so appreciative of it. You know, because I never thought I'd be on something like this, and you know, I'm very humbled by this. So thank you all of you for being here and asking me these questions, and you know.
Absolutely, man. We're gonna get you back on again because we ain't gonna just cover 90s and 2000s.
You know, I'm a loner.
We want to do some soul classics because I know you talked about Try a Little Tenderness is one of your favorites, and you're gonna break a new rendition out of that. So we want to actually do a little bit of a twist on some soul classics. So we'll get you back on, and I know you're gonna be gone in September, but we might do it towards the end of the year. Get you back on to do that. And show the world some of your soul of back in the day.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Okay, and so go ahead and close us out, man. I want you to give the people what they've been waiting on. I want you to do All Lonely for us.
Okay, now I can tell you, I will do this. Since I don't have the piano available right now because the guy that I was gonna utilize someone's acoustic piano because they have a real nice piano up there, and but they're not there at the moment. So I said, well, I'll perform the song a cappella, or I can email all of you the songs, and I can email everybody who's viewing this right now the song as well. So everyone has the single, in their phone or on a CD or.
We would love that.
I thought we were supposed to do it the right way and purchase it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Be
you can do it like that.
I like to support.
Y'all should all buy it.
I was gonna say I'm buying the single myself. So
yeah.
But how about you link us to your SoundCloud so we can listen to it in the meantime, and then we will go and we will buy it.
Yeah, I could do that. Yes, indeed. Yes,
all
indeed.
Right, so whenever you're ready, man, go ahead and close us out.
Okay. Hey, Byron, do you hit A flat to A flat?
A flat to what?
A flat to try C sharp. A sharp. A flat to C sharp.
Is it sounding right?
So you can do it in dun 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 like that. Dun, dun, like that.
Like that.
Late.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Get my delayed, because I was just singing a cappella.
A little delayed.
A flat major?
A flat major. The A flat major is C sharp. Okay. I'm gonna just do a cappella.
There's a little bit of a delay. No, there's a little bit of a delay. Like
everybody's getting an idea of how you work, so this is nice. Kind of like a little background.
Oh, okay, yeah, good. Okay. May I spend the night and cook breakfast in the morning? Girl, I don't want you sleeping in the bed all lonely. Girl, I have all the time in the world. Tell me what it's gonna be. Girl, I don't want you sleeping in the bed all lonely, babe. You called me up on the phone and you told me what was wrong. I told you I was on my way, grabbed my keys and hit the road. I didn't expect what I saw when you opened up the door. A beautiful goddess that almost knocked me on the floor. When you opened your house door, I didn't know what to say. I just took you in my arms and I laid you down right away. Babe, hold on tight, everything's gonna be alright. Just relax, enjoy the ride, let me take you through the night. May I spend the night and cook breakfast in the morning? Girl, I don't want you sleeping in the bed all lonely. Girl, I have all the time in the world, tell me what it's gonna be. Girl, I don't want you sleeping in the bed all lonely. lonely, babe. Nobody should ever go to bed lonely. That's a love code of life. If you got anybody that sleep beside you, put your hands in the sky. Nobody should ever go to bed lonely. That's a love code of life. If you got anybody that sleep beside you, put your hands in the sky. May I spend night and cook breakfast in the morning. Girl, I don't want you sleeping in the bed all lonely. Girl, I have all the time in the world. Tell me what it's gonna be. Girl, I don't want you sleeping in the bed all lonely, babe.
Nice.
So,
I'm gonna put the link down there so you can get the link to the SoundCloud, and I can also email every one of you the song so you'll be able to have it.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you doing this.
Tell everybody again where they can get it and to buy it so they can go download it and go from there.
Right now you can get it off of iTunes or you can listen to it on SoundCloud. But as of next month it'll be on all the outlets. It'll be on Amazon.com. It'll be on Spotify. It'll be on iTunes. You know, like it is on iTunes. It'll be on Reverb Nation, CD Baby. It'll be on all the outlets where you can go ahead and purchase it.
Okay. So if they're going to iTunes, where can the people find you?
Oh, you can look at it from Aveon Devon. It's Aveon Davon.
It's an EP.
Aveon Devon Davon Davon.
And what's
I
your?
said it's an EP. Or
It's a single right now, and his EP is going to come out in November.
Are you
the
looking
EP,
at doing an album?
It's gonna come out in November.
Are you looking at doing an album anytime
Yeah,
soon?
I'm looking at doing a whole album. I'm looking forward to releasing the album in February. I have a plethora of songs. I have a plethora of songs that have to go through so many people and the songs have to come back to me and say, okay, these are the songs that are going to be on the album. So, you know, once that goes through, I'll be able to release the album in February.
Nice. Well, Aveon, thank you so much again, man. And thanks to everyone that tuned in and got to see Aveon do his thing. And everybody needs to go download All Lonely right now. Get it on your iPhone.
I'm saying it to my God. Right now.
There you go. And we'll see everybody back here on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, we're going to do our favorite sports movies of all time. So look out for the link on Twitter. And we're going to go ahead and send out the link to Avion's SoundCloud as well. Thank you, everybody, for watching us, and we'll see you Thursday.
Thank you. Thank you again, y'all.
Thanks.